What up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
I'm Ratchet.
So, dude, there's so much going on. I don't even. Where do we even begin? Okay, let's just talk about it. Welcome to Stones Live. Obviously, Justin Coe, the one and only Mr. Michael Loncar. Hey, yo, look at that. There's like cheers. I swear, this is not. That wasn't even like an audio track we overlaid. That was solid.
No.
So tonight we have a 5-5 WTB, which stands for.
Win the button.
Yeah, it's WTMFB. No, okay. So, anyways, guys, win the button tonight is in full effect. You know what that means? You win the pot, you win the button. We have another lot of cool caveat twist to that.
Yes.
That I don't even know if you know yet, which is the missed blinds action. So what's going down is, because it's a win the button, if you're up at the table and you're talking to somebody else or you're getting a beer, if you are in the blind, you're going to get a missed blind button. And every time you get a missed blind button, you have to come back and you have to cover all of your missed blinds.
So if you, oh wow.
And here's the deal.
So you might have to come back for like $50.
Exactly.
Like,
and so and five, yeah. If the player, like, if you have Harlan to your right, you're probably coming back for $50.
Yeah.
If you're gone for more than like 5 minutes.
Guaranteed.
It's really cool. So the one of the $5 is live. The other money, the other 45 in this case, would be dead.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So game on, guys.
So it's like a splash puddle almost.
Yeah, it's all the way. So honestly, you kind of hope somebody walks away from the table for a few hands,
right?
And let's get it on. Look, speaking of getting on, go down. Let's go down to the table. Walk around. Seat one.
Nick Colvin in the house.
Mr. Colvin, Super Deej.
Mr. Deej Poker.
Deej.
That's right.
Does that count?
That's right.
So he's in the game here. Looks like he's sitting pretty good in chips. I know he's there. We go. We're getting around here. To his left, we got Adam D. Now you saw Adam D. just playing our 25-50 game we had going on the other night. Which was an absolute blast. And fun fact about Adam D, at the end of the night, it was Adam D and one other player, and they're just playing heads up 25-50 for like hours. How do you know? I mean, welcome to Sacramento Poker. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Adam's a boss.
Seat 3, Triple D, all the Ds. You know him, you love him. Absolute,
Triple D.
Yeah, super nice guy, just a grinder, loves the game. I don't think there's a mean bone in that guy's body, dude.
No, he's nice.
Yeah,
super
he's
nice guy.
cool. To his left, we got Day. Day's already working on exercising those missed blinds he can catch up with. You've seen Day on a bunch of the streams here. Local cash game grinder. Pretty much plays at these stakes. Definitely a comfortable, solid dude. To his left, we got Troy. You see Troy playing some of our bigger games here. Troy's not afraid to mix it up, splash it around. Troy definitely has some reloads and is not afraid to like, okay, whatever, you got me next hand, right?
Yep.
So,
I actually played them the day for hours. Super fun night. Super good for the game for sure.
Awesome. Okay, and Ryan L. Have we played with Ryan before?
No.
I want to say he looks familiar. I don't know this. Well, actually, that picture has to be from before a previous stream because it doesn't look like that's where he's sitting. So I'm gonna say he's played before on the stream. So Ryan, we'll see how he does tonight. And directly to his left is Idris. Now, I want to say I've seen Idris around. I want to say I've seen him on the stream once. Have you played with Idris before?
No.
So,
no, I've never seen him.
Well, it looks like he's sitting pretty healthy. It looks like he's sitting on maybe at least 3K, maybe something like that.
Yep.
And the man to his left, I don't really think needs much of an introduction, but we'll give him one anyways. It's Harlan, the Beast.
Harlan the Beast.
Harlan the Beast. I do love that pick, though.
That is, of course.
That's all the way. I love it. And then to his left is Casey, who you'll actually see in the booth with, I believe, Veronica this Wednesday.
Oh, awesome.
So that will be quite the fun show. Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I played with Casey a bunch. She's super rad. She actually just got in on the tail end of our Halloween stream, actually, too, as Poison Ivy. So she was definitely on that.
Nice.
Yeah, she's been some other ones, too. So super looking forward to it. Right on. Let's see. Are we actually going into this first hand, or do we have a second? We'll find out. Let me get logged in, guys. I know we're going to be primarily on YouTube tonight, so if you guys haven't gone over to our YouTube side yet, make sure you check us out. I'm hopping in the chat right now so we can mix it up. Cool. We're not in this hand, so can I just ask you a small question? I mean, there's this elephant in the room, and I want to talk about it. What did you do over the last 24 hours? How's that been for you?
Nah, just nothing. Just hanging out.
Just hanging out?
Nothing really much at all.
Did you play some cards at all?
A little bit.
Cards. So you played maybe a little tournament, maybe won a couple bucks. So almost 4,000 players in that thing?
Yeah, 3,800 players, $265 buy-in.
Yeah.
138,000 for first. So last night was a good night.
So $265 for parlayed for 15 hours. You put it on loan, and you got back 138K.
That's about right. Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it, too. The thing is, you see these $1 million guarantee tournaments, and you always see you see the random guy who wins it. You're like, is that a bot? Who is that? I was like, no, I know this man. He won it. It was great. It was a great late night sweat. Got to watch it live around like midnight to 2. I think is kind of when I tuned in, something like that. Yeah. Absolutely rad, dude. So here, cheers.
I love the snaps you sent me.
Cheers.
So
yeah,
good.
I'm just
so
like,
good.
dude, and it's funny because I had all these guys because I was kind of adding some updates on my own Snapchat story, and I had all these people just like, well, how's it going? Where's it at? And it's funny because I knew that if I didn't leave a conclusion there with how it ended, everybody's just gonna be like, bro, you can't tease us like that and then not give us the final. So congrats to you, dude.
Thanks, man.
Super dope.
Dream.
Super dope.
The dream for sure. Man. Yeah, it still hasn't really hit me. I'm running on 1 hour of sleep because the adrenaline's still pumping.
Oh yeah, no.
And I don't think it's really gonna hit me until, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
It's so crazy.
I absolutely love it. That's
the best part was that's why I love online poker. I'm just chilling in bed. My fiance's with me, just celebrating with me the whole way.
Yeah.
She loves poker. She's a poker player herself, so to have that experience with her and just
so
be
great,
celebrating
dude.
and just together and like every spot up at that final table was 30K, 40K, 60K, 80K. Good man, it was
next level.
It was an experience we'll never forget.
Like, dude, next level. Like I said, I was watching from home, and I literally signed up for an account just so I could find the table and watch it. And like every time, you just like, I was like, hold, it gets to the river,
God,
and I start clapping and cheering and screaming. And my roommates are like trying to sleep. They got to work at like 6 a.m. And they're just like, dude, what's going on? And I'm just like, you're fine, we're good.
We now know that our boys are the most sound sleepers in the entire world because I was screaming loud as you know what, and they didn't bat an eye. So
yeah.
They're gonna sleep through anything. We know that now. So.
I love it. So, dude, all the way rad. And then I'm just like,
Man.
oh, and by the way, P.S., you know we have a show tomorrow, right? And you're tomorrow, later today, whenever it is, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. Let's rock.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it. All the way. Speaking of doing it, let's get this party underway, guys.
Yes.
So starting out at the $200 minimum buy-in to a $1,000 max, but it goes table stakes instantly off the bat. And like we said, if you step away from the table, you're gonna be paying the penalty. Miss blind fun time.
Yeah, this is honestly, I hope this becomes a semi-regular thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've never heard of a win the button cash game. This is awesome.
Yeah, because the last time we did win the button was the tournament, obviously. Yeah. Somebody asking, Jeffrey Alvarez on YouTube says, I want to be Loncar when I grow up, and Caritas responds with, Loncar wants to be Loncar when he grows up. Got it. Got it.
Perfect. Oh, man.
Let me get signed in here so I can chat with you guys.
Yeah, I saw a question there. It was America's Card Room online Sunday Million tournament yesterday, so... it's just such a sick, let's say, the butterfly effect of the night before.
No,
So,
what happened the night before?
I was playing in a $460 100K at a casino around here that shall not be named.
Yeah.
And
I saw you at said place, yes.
I was down to the final 19 players, guaranteed $1,700. First place was $36,000.
Yeah.
And I got it all in pre-flop for a stack that was worth basically 5th in chips, 6th in chips.
Yeah.
With ace queen of hearts versus ace 4 of clubs, all in pre-flop. It's like a 35 big blind pot.
Yeah.
And it came a 4 on the turn, which actually still gave me a back row nut flush draw, 4 on the river just to add the salt to the wound. And I went home just so bummed out, obviously, like bummed out.
And then you steamrolled it into that.
And then I only got 5 hours of sleep Saturday night. I was waking up super bummed from the night before, you know? I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't even play today because I'm just kind of bummed and tired. And I was like, no, this is too good of an opportunity. And I think I made the right decision to play it.
I love it. Oh, you know that little
bit. So to finish the story, if I had won that hand with ace queen of hearts, the tournament finished at 3. There's no way
you would have
played the tournament yesterday. Yeah. So it turned out to be the best bad beat of my life.
As they say, you have chosen wisely.
Yes.
Chosen wisely, sir. Very nice.
Crazy. Yes, very fortunate.
All right, let's get some audio here. Let's see what these crazy kids are doing. Bam.
Yeah, that too, though. Hope this becomes a semi-regular thing. Hopefully the
whole
shipping.
You making, like 6-figure tourneys. I hope it becomes a semi-regular thing as well.
That's a semi-regular thing. Let's get this party started.
Oh, hells yeah! All right, look at this. 4s versus ace jack. 4s the straight draw. And a 4 draw. 6 outs, binks it. Does complete some possible spade action though.
think.
This can be our little secret. You not say nothing.
Yeah, I'm just delirious right now.
You're
running
good.
on 1 hour sleep.
Good.
I'm just
doing your thing, bro. We are chilling.
We are chilling.
All right, it looks like Troy C. We're gonna say resident chip leader, just for Jake, sitting about $3,200. Racing guy in the house. What's going on, bud? I don't know what you're talking about, Critus. I'm no such thing. I'm not logged in of any sort. I also figured Harlan's like, oh great, trains in the booth, like great. They're gonna be like, oh Harlan, what a luck box. Oh god. I was so happy about that too, because I remember when, you know, in the heyday of the whole Black Friday thing, the poker stars had their huge Sunday Millions,
Yeah,
all the time, and it was always so juicy. And so when I saw like that was the same kind of format, dude, just like these massive quick player fields, I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh man, I was so excited when I heard about it. Yeah, they're gonna be running it every Sunday for the next 3 months. Crazy.
That's rad. I made a couple decent deep caches in those PokerStars one, and I basically satellited in off like, you know, the really cheap like $20, $30 satellites. So even though it wasn't, you know, huge money, it was definitely like all profit. You know, it was like 95% profit. I'm like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah, I was down to 5.5 big blinds twice in that tournament last night. So
Yeah.
crazy.
Roberto, what am I drinking? You are funny, buddy. It's California water. It's delicious. Or the tears of my enemies. Either way.
The tears of my enemies.
What Brian in the house? What's going on? Rick and Barstow, I don't know if you caught that portion of the show on Friday with Moneymaker, but he did sign a little something for you. So we get that on the way.
Wow, Bri, what up? Thanks, man.
4 days a week with the 6 a.m.
According to JFK, they are doing bomb pots on dealer changes. The bomb pot button is separate from the regular win the button button. So many side games going on. I'm like, okay, let's add in like 7 deuce and other randomness to it. Boom. Ace for both Rosie and Troy here.
Rosie. She goes by Rosie on here?
I guess I just looked down and saw it, and I'm just like, wait a sec.
Wait a second.
Doing the old name switcheroo on you.
So Troy puts a raise in here on the flop. Rosie calls.
Yeah. You're not alone.
I think we're recorrecting our board here. I think that's a 6 that hit the turn.
Yeah, six. Yeah, six.
So that actually gives her open-ended now, along with her pair of aces.
Get used to life.
Yes, Wapbray, you are indeed correct. Looks like Troy has 250 and Rosie needs to be Oh, no, the board was
Ace
right.
five. Okay.
I was like, otherwise, she binked it. There it was. Roberto, no wine in the booth tonight. Generally, that's a me and Moneymaker thing, and a straw is required. but the bottle has to be over $100. That's what we determined.
What is it? So, I heard about that.
Yeah,
I heard about it.
Moneymaker drink. He'll stack a few straws together and drink out of a wine bottle, but the key is the bottle has to be over 100. So I asked him. I said, well, I mean, what if we get really cheap wine, but we offset it with putting in like a really expensive glass? So like boxed wine, but like a really nice crystal glass to drink it out of. I mean, I think you got to do one or the other.
I heard about that. Someone was saying the other day they sucked this Moneymaker drinking straw out of a bottle.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like the more expensive prestige VIP bottle, like the classier, tackier it is. That's why we love it. That's why we just go.
Oh, you think he's
They're like, oh my god, this wine can only be drank through a decanter and this and everything else. Like, nope, double straw, done. That's awesome.
When you called in that turn, and I shot all in, you called it. I thought you had a straight. I mean, there was a straight.
So you're staying dry out there with this crazy rain?
Yeah, gosh, flooding today.
Oh,
Crazy.
Yeah, like I'm just random intersections. You're just cruising and you see, oh wow, that's a small lake. Okay, cool. Our action tracker is a little hammered drunk still from Moneymaker. It's all that straw wine. Jack 669 out there.
Troy calls the flop with the Israeli Ron, and it is good right now.
The Israeli Ron is good.
Queen Deuce is actually good.
Racing guy, get on out here, man. You will not. You will not regret a trip to Stones. I've never had anybody who's came here and been like, man, totally wasn't worth the trip. It totally wasn't.
People rave about this place. I'm not just saying this because we're here on here. I mean, really, this is. Honestly, I was telling a friend the other day. I said, I think if I had the ability to teleport and play any card in California, I think this is it. These games are so deep. It's so funny when people tell me like, oh, you need to move up in stakes. Why are you playing 1, 3, 2, 5? People don't understand. These 1-3 games are table max buy-in.
I racked out 2,500 in 1-3 the other game within like 4 hours.
And these games are so deep. Like I can't tell you lately how many times I've been able to sit down firsthand and buy in for $1,500 in a 1-3, buy in for $2,000 at 2-5.
Why do I need
These aren't your typical 1, 3, 2, 5 games. These are pretty. These games play bigger than 5-10 lots of times. These 1-3 games are bigger than 5-10 sometimes.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because and you see the players. Those bigger games break to end up feeding the smaller games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
it's
and
so
you're
good.
Spoiler. You talk about why don't you move up in limits? Well, you do, but just not here.
Yeah.
Like because
Exactly.
it's a different game. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, other places here around town, you play in their 2-5 games, and they're always smaller than the 1-3 games here.
Yeah.
It's just the table max is just.
And when
it makes
and
the
I'm
game
like,
so beautiful.
oh, and when they like cap me, I'm like, I can only buy it for this. Why? That guy has like way too much. I'm not gonna buy it for like that. Look at Troy getting a 4-bet here. Back over the top of King 10 against Ryan. Looks like Ryan makes the call. Wow. Ooh, he gets there on the flop.
All in pre-flop. Ryan looking for an ace or queen on the road to win this one.
And 2 aces are dead.
Boom.
Oh, he gets it.
Bink.
Bink City. Oh, there you go. Troy's like, yeah, I was good all the way. Wow. Good on the flop turn.
I think it is so the viewers can see what's going on.
If it gets off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, the players did agree to run it twice, I think, here, so we're seeing a second board.
I think I'm not really sure. I thought that's what it was happening.
Troy looking for a king. Nope.
Yeah, that's Ryan Leonis is Ryan L there. They just posted his Hendon Mob stats actually in here. Looks like he's got almost 30K in live tournament earnings.
Nice.
Sweet. Very cool. From Novato, California. Not too far away, right down the street.
Dang, I wish Hand Mob tracked on winning this.
Dude, no. Maybe it's better that they don't.
Yeah, probably is better. Probably is better.
The Brock in the house. What's going on, bud? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you the other night. He stopped in, played a little cash, putzed around for a minute. Yeah, it's funny you were saying like, hey man, I'm being fully honest, and I was actually joking with this, about the quality of stones. I was joking with this with Sean McCormick when he was in town. I was like, isn't it sad that when I just want to give a compliment about like a nice place that I have to preface it with like, this is not like a paid endorsement, I'm not getting paid for this. And I actually told him, I'm like, look, if the place sucked, I just wouldn't talk about it.
Nah,
like, you know what I mean?
Why would I say? Yeah, why would I say?
Like,
I just wouldn't say anything.
You know what? Whatever.
Yeah, we're not getting any perks for saying anything like
No,
this.
it's true.
There's no.
Yes, we'll give you free truffle fries. Good. Excellent. Alright, so it looks like Rosie raised pre here to 30. Troy makes the call. Both players miss the flop. Diamond redraw for Troy, though. Rosie bets the turn. Troy makes the call. Brick on the river. Oh, 2 pair. Ace high versus king high at this point.
And Rosie's gonna have the button.
Funny, since we started instituting the if you get up, you're gonna get penalized rule.
No one's getting up.
Nobody's moved. Nobody's moved. We started that, and everybody's just on lock.
Everyone's running to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So as I was talking before, you saw the chip counts. That looks like the average stack is somewhere around 2,700. And yes, this is a 5-5 game. You're gonna see lots of big pots here tonight.
Well, it's funny. I like this. They're talking about possibly having a food-themed game.
Yeah.
With like crispy bacon and everybody else, and then obviously the Brock for broccoli wants in, right? I'm like, all right, I respect that. I'm in. Get the whole game in there. Top pair for Ryan. He bets 25. Finding a lot of folds around the table here. Looks like Idris is going to stand with the club drop.
Turns a gutter ball with it.
And Watt Brie with a little brie cheese. It's going to be quite the game. Bank 3 on the river. It looks like a check show.
You've been in the blinds more than anybody. I know. I'm pretty sure.
Again, you guys are watching Stones Live. Make sure you click that subscribe button up there. Follow us. We're here with you every Monday, Wednesday, and now Fridays as well. For the big game, we have another one coming up this Friday with, I believe it is me and Mr. Kyle McGowan hanging out. I don't know what the hell it is.
Are you playing this weekend?
100, 200? I don't know.
Playing next yeah.
Friday is the 100, 200. And it depends on how things go. We might end up changing it to a 1025. We're going to see. If we do, obviously, 1025, no limit, 100, 200 limit. So, good times. Jeffrey Alvarez is thinking over under on 1.5 blinds that day, and Troy will pay tonight, just from getting up to the table. Let's see. Oh, Justin JFK says trying to get sticky rice out again. That was a lot of fun when he was here last time. Did you see that stream?
I did not.
So he makes this great like tank call. There's Mailman. Mailman makes a huge move on him, and I mean just an epic move that should have worked every day. And sticky rice like tanks seriously.
Got sticky rice on.
Yeah, and then makes the call. He makes like a phenomenal call. And sticky rice does like a jump up, dance, spin around. There was maybe a bit of horse head involved. It's always fun. Always fun with sticky rice in the house. Chris Schmidt, what's going on, bud?
What up?
Healthy looking game. It looks like close to between 15 and 20K in play, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, made me so happy, dude. Late night, it was it was Mike S, who we saw play in one of our previous streams, who was definitely just like a loose, like aggressive, in like just whatever type player. He hopped in our 25-50 game after the stream went off the air, and even after the game, and dude, 25-50 game, it rolled deep. We did an hour overtime and still rolled deep into the night. And then I'm here playing, splashing around, and then I look over, and then you basically have Mike S hops in the game, who's just crazy wild. And by the end of the night, it's just Mike S and Adam. Or yeah,
playing heads up.
Yeah, head up. It was all the way. I go over and I'm just walking before I leave, and I'm like, it makes me so happy that you guys are just like just binking it out, heads up, 25-50. Deuce 8 on the flop. Troy connects with top pair.
That's some decent stakes right there. I've played 20. That's the biggest game I've ever played. Was a 25-50 no limit heads up game.
And oh, it was heads up.
Yeah.
And would you guys just basically agree to both buy up at the same amount and then just play off for the stack?
We both agreed to play for at least an hour.
Sweet.
So I played for about an hour and a half. And
sweet.
Yeah.
Where's that smile? How'd it go? How'd it go? It was good. It was good. Would you guys each buy in for 25-50? You guys each buy in for 5 or 10?
Each one for 5.
Cool.
Yep.
It's funny because I was talking with Sean about the, okay, what you buy in for and this and that. Well, I'm thinking obviously you want to buy for 100 days, right? So, so I'm thinking at least 5K, maybe 5K reload on the side if things start to slide south,
Yeah.
And then right when I get it right off the bat, they're like, oh, well, that buy for 25. I'm like, 2,500 is a little light for that. And he's just like, okay. And I'm like, oh crap, it's like that. So I look over, and of course everybody else is just like, okay, well, I guess we have to buy it for 10 now, So it got juicy quick.
Oh, he's a nice guy, but when he got in the booth, he was being a bitch. Everybody plays that. I was like, okay. I think he was drinking.
Oh, he was here. I thought it was drinking wine out of a straw.
Oh, no, yeah, he was drinking wine out of a straw.
You're
On the bottle.
not the bottle.
He was walking around with a tuxedo.
Brock, I can hook you up with a fat all green suit, dude. Get him where I get my suits. $100. $100, good deal. You like?
Do a bomb pot next time? Do you want to do $25 bomb pot?
We're talking about every dealer chain?
All right, so Triple D raising up to 25 here.
Reevaluate.
Yeah, then we'll reevaluate.
I thought it was chill.
Won a lot of trips to Mexico.
And Troy's gonna come along, as is Harlan. Harlan's got a weird gut ball here. Troy makes care, but Triple D's looking the best here. Top, backup runner speed.
Perfect flop for some action. All 3 players connecting away.
You didn't hear me, huh?
Expect to see all 3 go to the turn. 4 would be fun for some fireworks.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about me and Moneymaker. Just wait, what is it? We dub it the shit show card.
Yeah.
Like what's the card that just makes everybody just like check raising each other?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who has what. We just want to see fireworks.
Where's the train wreck card? You don't want to see it.
That's it.
So, some of you guys may be new to us, especially if you're tuning in on the YouTube side. So, check it out. The green chips are 25s, the red chips are 5s, and the white chips are 100s. I don't think we have any of those in play tonight, though. Oh, yeah, we got a couple of them laying around there.
Yep. Yeah, Troy there in seat 5. He's got a lot of whites on the left side of the side.
They're hiding. They're just hanging out. That's when he brings out like the backup, like extra artillery army. He's like, oh, you mean this? Boom, I call the all in. Yeah, I got quads. It's good.
Raise, but it's 25. Okay, just post it for me. You got it.
So ace 3 deuce flop. Oh, let's see a 4. Once again, let's see a 4 on the turn, please.
That's very close.
Show me that train wreck.
Four on the river. Do it. Do it.
Did you say deuce it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Two pair. 5 and some, Marlon? 4s.
Did you hear that? You got 5s or something? Nah, just 4s. You're way off.
I was gonna say, I hear you coughing over there. Scratchy. Anybody else want that? Oh, brand new?
Don't you love that? Poker players just have throat lozengers on demand. They're like, we got you, bro. We don't want you confident as much as you don't want to be confident.
I don't think these things work.
I mean, I'm not gonna give it back. That's what you're
One day.
Yeah, that's how papers work. Casey.
You got that.
25. I still want you to walk outside.
All right, so Adam's raising the 25 with ace-7 of diamonds, run of the gun.
Service, please. Table 11.
Never get tired of hearing that table 11 yell every time, man. We now have the guys. For those of you who haven't missed over the last week, we're doing a lot of promo giveaways, and we give away little buttons that says "See you at table 11." Everything table 11. So not a bad flop for Adam D here.
Not a bad flop.
And
3 on the turn.
Yeah,
Do it.
Do it. 3
Do it.
train wreck. Here it comes. Nope. It's funny, sometimes you hear the room get excited and you can't tell if they're hitting a bad beat or somebody rivered somebody, or oh, it's the football game. Just kidding. Totally kidding. So Adam's gonna bet 70 and Rosie's easily gonna find a fold here.
Adam's got the button.
Can I get a couple of bottles of water?
All right.
Are we doing it?
Everybody. Hey, is that him right there?
Yeah, actually.
No, that's not him.
Yeah, thanks for showing me.
Oh, dude, it was a blast. It was a blast. It's funny, just as excited as you are when you're laddering up and other people bust out, I literally had like you going here, and then because I have a big old 3-monitor system, so I had like you going here, I have like the payout structure here, and have like just some crap whatever stream here, and I'm just like, and I click on this just so I can hear like the chip sounds of like moving around. I'm like, yeah, what's going on all the time?
Truffle fries. I'm saying that Stones is good. You're getting paid tonight.
Perfect. We'll take it.
Perks.
Hey guys, when you ask if we get paid, we literally get paid in truffle fries. That's how we get paid. That's how it goes down.
That's so good. You brought trouble
I'll
fries.
take it.
It's not like we're getting like trouble fries.
Yeah. We're not getting trouble fries with this or anything.
That's so good.
So crap, now they know if we brag about the casino, we are getting paid in trouble fries. Now we got nothing.
No, we can't say that no more.
King high flop here.
We got a bomb pot here, I think.
Look at this, and it's a bomb pot, and check it out. We got triple D and J with the same hand, but in a bomb pot, nobody ever likes their hand. So
everyone put in $25 pre-flop, and the action basically starts on the flop with everyone in the hand, 225 in the middle, automatically, and now the hand starts. So hand values are definitely changing since there's 9 players going to the flop every time here. Top pair definitely shrinks up a little bit.
yeah, I mean, there's just every single person's a range of speeds. Like, look at Idris. I just missed that till right now. He's always got top bottom. So yeah.
Wow, he just calls.
Kings are cheap.
Wow.
Oh, there he is. There he is. He shifted. So actually, what happened was, So
Flat,
okay.
yeah, he.
So triple D had raised. Triple D check raise, and Idris just went way over the top for check raise. Now Idris
It's a great play.
Oh, exactly.
This is such a great play.
And this is what you're talking about. His hand is too counterfeitable, especially 3-way.
Yeah, this is a super G play. Flat call to 45. Person behind you makes it 250.
Oh, triple D
wow.
gonna make the
Wow.
call. Now, I mean, even an 8 would counterfeit him here.
This is what you want though. So not knowing the future, 76% favorites all day long in cash games.
So he needs to fade. Oh, triple D coming at you.
With someone else folding the king nine, man.
You know he had a yeah, I know, and it still gets there. Hiya. Oh, they're running
twice. They're running twice. Don't do it again. Don't do the two.
Oh my God, yeah.
The two count.
If you run out on him twice, oh man, then it's definitely just your time at that point. Yeah, like you said, it's so tough with those bomb pods. You just never know where you're at.
Yeah, so many more coolers.
And likewise, the ginormous bomb pot that you saw Harlan win, which is the same picture we used for his avatar, was with a hand like that. It was queen nine, and it was just one pair. Top pair.
That's crazy. Was it top pair nines with a queen kicker? Is that what it was?
Yeah. The board came 9 high, and queen 9. Done.
It was like a 4-way all in. 9 no, I think it was what, 9 no kicker and 2 10-7s that were local.
Exactly, yeah. So then it basically ended up they put an 8 out there, so then there was 2 guys open-ended. But the way that the chip stacking and the sizing worked out, it was so sick because as the pot progressed, like every single person relative to the pot size in their stack was like gaining odds.
Yeah.
It's like somebody makes a fairly loose call and he forces everybody behind to make even more loose calls because it's just so sick. It was so sick the way the hand worked out.
We waited if someone was gone to come back before we did the bomb. So that's why you also said
If we could have waited for you, we would have waited for you.
I mean, I've waited before. So that's why I don't understand why they were. Yeah. We don't have any use. I'm in, exactly.
Oh, we're talking about bomb pots? Yeah, we'll do bomb pot every hand, guys. We're good.
That was a nice bomb. I didn't even do it. When I'm ready for the bomb pot, it's straddle.
There we go. There's our next idea for a game. Just bomb pot every time.
Oh my God.
Let's go bomb pot every time. Bomb pot night.
It's basically a no blind, any every hand 25 go.
Make it a low, like make it a 1-3 bomb pot. Like you know, everyone puts in
$5 a hand. Well, it'd be like a $5 ante game, basically, right? But then have.
everyone puts in.
And do you still need blinds at that point, though? You still need
No blinds.
You don't really need them, but
Everyone puts in $10 or $15 pre-flop and flops. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I like.
And that is almost like a tournament ante style, where you have to. I mean, just to survive and at least float, you have to win one blind. You have to win one can every 9 hands.
Yeah.
Solid.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. Oh man. Oh, it's hitting me now.
There we go. Hey, if you need somebody to stake you for this game, you can just go stake yourself. Go hop in after the stream. Yeah, not a bad parlay, dude. It's tough 15 hours of work. It was about 15, right?
It's 15 and a half on the dot.
Yeah.
11 a.m. to 2:30.
That was one of the things when I pulled up the payout, I keep looking, I'm like, where's the timer? How long have they been playing? Because I know it's like the tail end of the grind. And actually, it's funny because I kept talking between the player chat and the observer chat.
Yeah.
But because I mean, you guys obviously weren't talking much at that level until it came time to start talking about deals. But
Yeah, I chat off the entire way until the deal.
of course. But the observer chat, like everybody sweating was pretty cool though. Like everybody was kind of rooting for whoever, but like being like cordial and respecting the play, and it was cool.
Played in C2, so the next time you have a bomb pot, you move it to C3. So then the next time C4, you negate the current button and you rotate a second button on your bomb pot, so everyone has a fair shake at it.
So Ryan 3 bets to 160, and I just sitting there with Ace King of Diamonds, eyeing the short stack of Ryan, trying to decide how much he wants to raise here.
We waited to get back.
I mean, I think if it's a reasonable amount of time, we're talking like
And he actually just decided to flat call.
Continue the hand, we'll play another hand.
I see what you're saying. Continue playing the hands and wait for the back to do the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Totally.
Whiff City on the flop, battle of the high cards here. I mean, it's not a pretty flop for either of them. This is where aggression and position pays.
What are you listening to?
What are you listening to with his headphones or listening to you guys?
Wow, is he gonna get ace king to fold this? That's 250, leaving 290 back. Looking super strong. Wow.
Yeah, and the thing is, and okay, this is like you said, stack size. His bet sizing there screamed, I have a monster, I need value, I've got like aces or kings, pay me all day, right?
Well, that's why honestly, really, with the stack size in there, there really shouldn't be any hesitation to put the 4-bet in and get it in and get the full board out.
And it's funny
You are dominating some hands such as ace queen.
Yeah.
That are 3-betting.
Oh, the thing is, I was gonna say, if ace queen ships a pre, ace king snap calls and he's screwed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely would have liked to see a 4-bet there. Not knowing what he had, ace queen, definitely got a 4-bet there with that stack size. How you been?
Good, dude. Pretty solid, yeah. It was a hell of a 4 days with Sean McCormick in town, the poker boss.
Nice.
So we all we hung out. We floated between here and a couple other spots, and it was just great, dude. It was just a 4-day party with like everybody you love in poker for like 4 days. It was great.
Perfect.
It was super rad. It's awesome.
Sean seems like a super fun guy to hang out with.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? It's just like, dude, yeah, like, cool, game on. Like, I actually have to, like, prep myself, like, a day or two before he gets out here. I'm like, well, I should probably sleep now because I do not think I went to bed before 4 a.m. any of those nights. And I wasn't busy winning 15-hour tournaments either. Like, it wasn't, you know.
So if Adam could have picked any turn card here in the deck, he definitely would have picked the 7 of diamonds. Gives him an open-ended straight draw and a flush draw. Perfect turn card for him. Idris now betting his pair of 10s. It'll be interesting here to see if Adam decides to call or raise.
Yeah, Harlan's gonna get out of the way here. And he's just gonna call.
And Jack of diamonds, right?
Disco.
Needing a jack or a diamond. How about the jack of diamonds?
Gosh. Talking about runner, just mint perfect. Like, thanks, man. I mean, and what are you calling with here, really?
Yeah.
Unless you're just completely banking in air. I mean, I guess because they both check the flop, but it's not really like there's a whole lot of missed draws out there. I mean, hell, even if he would have had jack queen, he would have rivered a jack. I mean, yeah, so he lets it go. Once again, guys, you're watching Stone's Live Poker here. Make sure you click that subscribe button over on YouTube. We're here with you 3 times a week now. This is a 5-5 win the button game. I keep wanting to say win the button tournament from last time.
Yeah. C-Bond. What up? Thanks, man.
It's funny, he doesn't have that, but people with like a 916 username is now going to be like the new norm. Apparently, we're getting a new area code in this area. Did you hear about that?
Is it gonna cancel out the 916?
It's not going to cancel it out, but we're out of 916 numbers, so it's going to be whatever the heck it is. I don't know. You guys can chime in the chat. It's like a 2-1 something, or 210 or whatever the hell it is.
It's weird.
It's kind of a bummer because now, like, every time somebody gives me a number, I know they're local. Like, now I'm like, okay, well, which area code is it? How new are you? My mom got some notice in the mail and she's like, does that mean I have to change all the numbers in my phone to put the area code first? I'm like, it'll be okay, Mom. I'm sure iPhone will figure it out for you.
7-8 deuce, unraised pre-flop, day and triple D flop top pair, Adam with middle pair. Troy's gonna stay in with the backdoor nut flush draw with ace king offsuit, 2 overcards, which are both good.
Ooh,
there it is.
Yeah, he's working his way there. They're hard on the turn. Troy with the nut flush draw now.
They deciding to bet. Troy just going with the flat call option. Can't imagine Triple D staying at this point. Let's it go.
Boom, ace on the river.
Clubs.
Not the worst card for Troy here. And you see Day reaching for chips. Snap call by Troy. And Day's, yep. See, I mean, all you're gonna do, I mean, Day is naturally just a cool dude anyway, so even if you did pull a nasty beat, that wasn't a nasty beat, but if you did pull it, he'd be cool about it. But the funny thing about it is, I mean, you know, Troy flips over his hand, and as another poker player, you can't even hate him. You're like, yeah, I get it. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have gave you all my intel.
I have a pretty decent hand too. I actually.
Rosie raising to $40 pre-flop. Triple D 3-betting to 125, I believe, with Ace King. Triple D takes it down.
So, fun facts, tonight is my 99th show I've done here.
Oh, wow.
Lucky number 99, my friend.
Very nice. One more to go.
Triple digits on Friday.
Nice.
Triple digits on Friday.
That's awesome. Grinding.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Dude, I'm doing the commentary grind. It's real.
That's awesome.
It's real. Upcoming tournaments, guys. We got Omaha 8 tournament, $150 buy-in coming up for you on Sunday, January 14th at 3 p.m. The next fun tourney after that we got going on is the No Puppies charity event. Now, does that mean we just don't have any puppies to give you, I think, at that point? I guess we might be fixing animals too, but that's not nearly as fun. And that, I'd probably play that if I got puppies.
When did this get?
$125 buy-in on that, Sunday, January 21st, 11 a.m.
Is registration open for this right now?
I think you're going to go reg probably after this.
I'm literally regging after this. I'm literally going to go buy in. So,
and the one he's excited about, talk to me.
Yeah, so this is there's an $1,100 buy-in, single table sit and go.
That's why I missed the hands, because I did watch.
What up?
All the tournament grinders coming by to say hi, give the congrats.
Yeah, so there's that's right. There's an $1,100 buy-in, single table sit and go with a 100,000 chip starting stack, 30-minute levels, top 3 paid. And what day is that? It doesn't say what day it is.
9 seats, first come, first serve.
I am going to register for it. It
doesn't even matter what day it is.
It doesn't matter what day it is.
JFK, chime in when this $1,100 buy-in single table sit and go is.
It's in between January 21st and February 4th, so.
I'll be any of those days. I'm in.
I'm definitely playing that. I'm really excited for that. That's all I played for 5, 6, 7 years straight. It was just sit and go, so
all right.
That'll be fun.
So, oh, there it is. Oh my God.
Here we go.
Coming up. So check it out. Nick Holdem, by the way, guys, with flopping a set of 3s here.
Where's it out here? Oh, there it is. The 26th. Friday the 26th.
Friday the 26th.
I'm looking forward to that.
And that will be part of our new Friday live stream series, guys.
I'm looking forward to that one. I will definitely
tune in.
I'm registering for that the second this stream gets out. That's awesome. I will be playing every single sit and go here.
Straight up.
If allowed.
Sit and goes are legit.
Yes. That's so good. Oh, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah,
so awesome.
And then there's another one coming up in February there, on February 23rd, end of February. So look at it, it's a last Friday of the month thing, it looks like.
And is that registration open already for that?
Do you want to pre-reg for the whole year?
I said yes right now. I swear to God, I would. I swear to freaking God, I would.
Here's your 12K, and I'll see you every last Friday of the month. Like, that's going down.
That's perfect. Oh, I'm super excited for that. 100,000 starting stack, 30-minute levels. That is just.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Okay, here we go. We actually have. Oh, we have poker hand going on here.
Yeah. So Nick C here did flop a set. It's been firing out, getting a few people to call. Looks like Triple T raised. Yeah, Triple T raised to 265 and Nick flats. I like this here. And now pot's almost 800. Oh wow, Nick decides to check there. maybe thinking Jack Queen could have completed. There we go. Here's our tournament schedule. And guys, we just got our tournament schedule card. I know we had it on the screen there for a minute, but if you haven't done it yet, download the Stones Gambling Hall app. 100% free. You can see our entire schedule on there, the menu, your players' points, you can reserve seats, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's 2018 now, guys. Before it was 2017, so you had an excuse. Not anymore. It's 2018. Stop messing around.
No.
Start your New Year's poker resolutions. It's already been a week into January. What the hell are you waiting for?
I can't tell you how excited I am for this. It's so awesome.
Hey, the Poker Boss, what's going on, buddy? Come and say hi to us on the YouTube side. I'm repping the lovely, might as well say Poker Boss hoodie right here. This was nice, dude. Got that you brought this one out for me, and I'm like, ooh, so comfy. And then I go to wear it, and we go out, and he's wearing the same thing. I'm like, now I have to change. This isn't gonna work like that. Not gonna work like that.
We're not gonna wear matching sweatshirts.
Yeah. I thought awesome. I didn't know we had to coordinate before we hung out. My bad. Sorry.
So Troy raises to $40 the Jack-10 offsuit. Harlan decides to 3-bet with the Ace-5 suited. Rose is in there with the Ace-Queen offsuit. She flat calls, and definitely expect Troy to flat call here and see a 3-way pot. 340 in the middle. 8-6 deuce, 2 clubs. All 3 players with a whole lot of nothing. Rosie does have the backdoor nut flush draw and 2 overcards. Just thinking about betting. She checks. Free turn card for all players. Jack of diamonds on the turn. Troy binks it.
Bink.
And he checks. And Harlan is loading up with a little bluffage here. Looks like a bet of about 185.
Load the bluff. Bluff fired. Rosie here. Just kind of thinking, taking things in, replaying the hand. Thinking, am I going to pull some weird bluff? No, definitely not.
Troy's definitely going to make this call.
David Olson, 45. What's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, God, and it just keeps getting better. 10 on the river. Now, this does complete the flush draw from the flop. Yeah, check. I don't think there's really any amount that Harlan could have bet to try to rep a flush that he's going to flush. Never gonna.
Troy's got the check call button clicked.
You can see that. You can just see a little button. It's boom, it's checked.
Certain players you play against long enough, you realize the button has been clicked.
That's why you like that online life. You can just see the check call button. You're like, it's easy money. Well, I'm just going to fire for value because the check call button's clicked, so I'm doing it. Coco Bongo says, nice run, Mr. Loncar. Fun to watch the grind via Instagram. And like you said, I love that you said you had your girl there with you, and I love that when you turn the camera around, you can basically see like it's like genuine. You're like, dude, laptop, handling biz, putting in work.
Yeah, Coco Bongo, thanks, man. Yeah, I recorded every single all-in from beginning to end in that tournament, except for one.
Awesome.
Except for one.
Well, it's funny because sometimes
I
started putting that together because then when you go all in, or when somebody goes all in against you, and you're waiting for a minute, I'm like, I wonder if he would have snap called, but he's actually just like loading up his phone camera app. So you get.
No, it's so funny. My friends always laugh like, dude, you like slow roll the crap out of people sometimes because you have like.
Because you have to like.
Nuts,
you
have to get the phone ready real quick.
You have phone lag. You have phone lag every time, so you can film it.
So funny. Yeah, the only all-in I didn't get recorded was 8-9 of hearts. But I shoved for 5 big blinds because I just took a big bat beat and thought I was done, but wasn't the case.
Diamond on the turn here. Troy's no stranger to this here, running diamond potential, and he's halfway there. Triple D and Harlan both looking for the same 5. Non-diamond 5, have you? Troy bets 200. Gets through. Poker Boss in the house. What's going on? Click that lovely subscribe button there on YouTube. Hang out with us so we can send all sorts of notifications to your phone when we're live, because we know that even when you're at work at the Aria, you basically just live stream us in your pocket. We know you do. We don't judge. We like it.
I did not know that YouTube has live chat.
Yeah, YouTube Live has been popping off lately. It's a lot of fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to chatting with Sean a bit about the new setup that they got going on over there, and they're building a more permanent structure for all the Poker Go, Poker After Dark stuff they got going on, and it's going to be fat.
That's awesome. Harlan raises to 30 under the gun with ace-jack suited. Colvin gets in there with the ace-4 of hearts. And we've got a 5-way flop, 4-6 deuce, 2 clubs. Harlan's loving life with the nut flush draw. Ijus with a gutter ball. Ryan with an overpair. Nick with middle pair. 4 out of 5 players connect in some way. Harlan bets 100. Ryan calls $100 with the overpair. Turn card 6 of hearts. Harlan trying to decide whether to check back or bet the turn here. And decides to check back. Queen of hearts on the river.
Check it out. Nothing like a good time.
And turn goes check check, river goes check check, and Ryan scoops a nice little $220 pot with his pair of 7s, and we'll have the button next hand.
It's actually 220 profit, so $350 pot.
Excuse me.
I love it. Yeah, you know, that's the only that's the only number that matters, dude. That plus 220, like, whatever, dude.
I misspoke.
If it's $1 million pot, but I make like a dollar on it, I don't really care.
That was the funny thing about that tournament yesterday, because it was actually a $1,001,001 guaranteed.
Yeah, was it really?
They're every single one, so they can say, because Poker Stars has the Sunday Million.
Okay.
So they've got the $1,001,000, so they can say it's the biggest weekly guaranteed in the world.
I can respect that.
And so 523rd place paid $1. And I was like, no, how insulting is that?
Dude, it's
hand for hand. It's hand for hand
Yeah.
at 524, and now we're in the money. I wonder if the guy that cashed for $1 realized
knows
that the bubble paid, or, you know, the first paying
That's
place paid
almost
$1.
like a sick needle. Like, why not just add the dollar like to any
To
other
the last
payout?
place.
Yeah, whatever.
To the 522nd rather than making it.
Who cares where the hell you throw the dollar? But don't give me $1. Don't let me buy. It was
So
$2.50.
sad. I figured there has to be a chance he didn't know. Thinks he's in the money, gets it in with a short stack, and then says, "Congratulations, you cashed for $1."
I feel like at that point you should just take it out of the house rake and just be like, you know what, dude, here you go. Just take it back. Like, it's good.
Yeah.
Do like a fake Bubble Boy bonus pack, right? Like, sorry.
So Nick raises to 25 with 8s. Ryan puts in a sizable 3-bet with 10s and takes it down. Back-to-back buttons for Ryan. Six-minute abs.
Yeah, well, what if somebody came out with something like 5-minute abs?
Poker Boss.
That would never work.
Poker Boss, thanks a lot, man.
Every time he comes out here, we try to keep him in sack. We get really close every time to keeping him here, but then he finally like rubber bands back to Vegas for a little bit. But he's not there for long. He comes back. So Nick C pot number 35. And Ryan's gonna come along here. From the button with something like ace-jack suited, would you, I mean, are you okay with the flat here? Would you like to repop because of position? What do you think?
Definitely like the flat call.
Okay.
Definitely not a big fan of 3-betting ace-jack suited unless...
I hate ace-jack in general. That's why.
The only time I'll be 3-betting ace-jack suited is if open razor is just being ridiculous and opening every third hand, or something like that, then obviously it's a good spot.
And look at this, and Harlan wakes up with kings. Life is good. Although we know how King's Pharaoh and Stone's live, guys.
And as evidence right here, you 3-bet ace jack suited, you get 4-bet by kings, and now you
lose so much more money.
Burn so much money right there.
Check it down.
Call and check it down. I give you gift. Call and check it down. I give you gift. Yeah, right. You know 4-5 is gonna be kings. King high. Ah, classic Harlan. See, and that's as you hear everybody talking about his image. Oh, like a 7 and a deuce, because of course if Harlan's 3-betting, you're like, oh, he's got to have 7 deuce, right? You can never give credit for an actual big monster hand.
I was trying to get too hard. I wanted somebody to pick up. Especially when you know, all of you take it down.
Yeah, and you hear him talking about when you make small re-raises with big hands where you basically essentially price all of your opponents in. You don't isolate yourself down to any smaller number, and then you end up losing a big pot and think, oh, woe is me, I run so bad. And it's like, no, you re-raise right there, you make somebody play with the monster or not, you know? Yeah, great flop for Rosie here, bottom 2. Everything else with a whole lot of nada except for Idris with a straight draw. Ace of diamonds gets there. Quick bet, easy fold.
Oh, there it goes! Oh, man! Damn, that was great. He needed that one. Yeah, exactly. That was a good throw, too. Yeah, right there. I have to get that. Yeah, well, look at that. Watch it. I can see it.
There you go, guys. Posted right in the chat. You want a seat on Stones Live? Get in the game. Text or call that number. Or you can go ahead and email jakeritis@stonesgamblinghall.com. If you do call or text that number, make sure the calls or texts are very explicit and in the middle of the night, because that makes me happy.
Because that makes me happy.
Thank you, and good night.
Here we go. Troy raising to $75 with the 8-4 offsuit. I just coming along with ace-queen suited.
He does get a piece of it there. Troy connects with his 8.
Alright, he's just barreling at this.
He is, and it's weird. We have
That's 175. That's more than pot.
We have a gut shot for Idris. Heaven forbid he called like the 10 of diamonds peels, and then he has like a running crap diamond drop. No, he's good. He's good there. Troy bets it. Idris gets out of the way. So yeah, we do broadcast, guys, every Monday and Wednesday and Friday. Make sure you click that subscribe button, get some notifications for us. It's a solid amount of streams now. Well, plus the last Sunday, so that's guaranteed 13 streams a month, pretty much. Not bad. Did you know what's better than poker? More poker. I see Harlan up. No, he's not in the blind though. I was like, let's see how many hands he can get. Let's see how many missed blinds he can get. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, if a player is up, because this is a win the button 5-5 no limit game, if a player's up and is in the blind, they will receive a miss blind button every single time, for every single time they're in the blind and they miss a hand and they're away from the table, and they will have to recover all those blinds when they get back. 5 of that is live. The rest of it is dead money.
Look at this action. Nick raises to 25 with 6-3 of spades. Adam 3 bets with Queen 9 of diamonds to 85. Troy 4 bets to 300 with the deuces. And
So right there, if like obviously these players don't know what everybody had, but just that we behind the scenes can see these hands in the action, that's how you know this is going to be a solid game. When you have those kind of hands, raising, re-raising, re-re-raising, like welcome to Stones Live, guys.
I think I just want to put like 200 in there and just not play.
I probably won't get 7 deuce again because I just had it last game.
Oh,
He can't help himself.
sounds like they're talking about playing a 7 deuce game. Harlan said he's no good at it, so just I'll throw in a couple hundred in advance and just call it a loss. Like just whatever. I don't want to play.
I'll never forget for the rest of my life a 2-5 game that I played up in Seattle. Gosh, 10 years ago now. 7 deuce game. This dude just pulls this 3-bet barrel shove river, really deep game.
Yeah.
Shows the 7 deuce, gets $50 from everyone. Very next hand, 3-bet barrel shove, shows the 7 deuce and gets $50 and wins 2 massive pots back to back. I'll never
With just like
I'll
super
never-
stone cold triple barrel bluffs back to back.
and no one could ever put it on the second time.
Yeah, no,
Like,
because
the chances of even having it the second time, 7 deuce back to back.
Yeah, and it's so sick because
So
the second time when you're fighting right after the stone cold bluff, everybody's got to put you on even more monster hand, right? Well, now you have to have at least queens or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's genius. It was perfect.
Nuts. I love it. And yeah, I mean, think about it from a player's perspective. You looked at it, you pinned 7 deuce again, and you're like, sure, why not? Let's do this. You know?
Yeah, because he made. If he would have lost the second hand, he would have broke even. So it was just a total free roll for legendary status and a nice profit, you know.
Free roll to the Hall of Bluff Fame.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Basically.
So Troy, racking pots, sitting just above 5K now.
Excuse me. Thanks. Sleeping for the next 2 days.
Dude, hey, you know what? If there's ever a time to deserve a good 48 hours of rest, you're in it. You know what? Just for once you get yourself a bed too, just like a brand new bed, like, just get it delivered just so you can sleep real good for the next 2 days, right? Just you know, whatever. $1,000 bed, we're good.
Whatever.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just charge it to the game, put it on the tab. It's a write-off.
That's right.
It's a write-off. It's the home office. It's the home office.
That's right.
It's very important. What do you mean your $30,000 audio video setup's a write-off? You heard me. It's a write-off. All right, Harley with ace queen popping to 25. Does connect with the ace here. Troy with the mystery hand. Board pairs with another jack. Harlan checks to Troy, who's stacking out chips here. He bets another 50. Harlan calls. Oh, disco! He had him anyways, but damn.
I was gonna say, if you're Harlan here checking the turn, you gotta check the river.
And it's weird because Troy, yeah, and look at Troy's hand here. I mean, total counterfeit for him, but his king high now, it's like a weird reverse counterfeit. Like, maybe, no. The problem is that Harlan's gonna get no value from this hand at all. The thing is quick. Harlan, and this is what people sometimes don't understand. By Harlan actually just check calling, he got like maximum value. If he bets anything, he's pretty much not going to get looked up there. No. People are like, oh, why do you check? I'm like, is it weird that we're going to call that a value check? We're just going to let it happen.
Yeah, you gotta induce the bluff right there. It's a perfect play.
If you guys are just tuning in, you are watching Stone's Live Poker. This is a 5-5 no limit game. Win the button, meaning you win the pot, you win the button. We're live with you here from 7 to 10 p.m. from Stone's Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California. Sacramento for me, actually.
Sacramento?
These last 4 days. We're hitting a lot of just random table games and this, and you know, like I said, you know, we're Sean, and he's just with you 1 second, and the next second he just yells, "Gamble!" and he like runs to a table, and I'm like, "No, pull him back, pull him back." So as you know, you're peeling out like the $100 blackjack bets. It's just like, oh, those are just fun coupons. Here, oh, wait, 2 more fun coupons. Just go, here you go, just go. Like you're at the fair. This ride will cost you 2 tickets. Here you go.
There you go.
Like not all night, we can't change all night.
Queen Jack 10.
Ooh, disco.
Triple D, the only person that's liking this flop. Probably see a bet and a bunch of folds here.
A 9 would give Idris the dummy in the straight. I sometimes wonder if our booth guys just throw things on our screen to mess with us, you know? I'm pretty sure they do. Now that I say that, here it comes. It's gonna be like some horrible animated GIF coming up. Here it comes.
I'm not gonna say what I was picturing in my head.
I know what you were picturing. I'll show you exactly what I was picturing. This is a private conversation, guys.
$25 bounty and everything. Yeah, on my team.
That's pretty good. That's pretty close. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's it. It's on point. Actually, I was checking out Richard Turner. Have you heard of this guy, Richard Turner?
No.
Richard Turner. I've been watching a documentary called Dealt on him tonight, right before I came here. Absolutely amazing. Best sleight of hand card trick magician on the planet by a mile. Icing on top, he's blind.
Oh wow!
Absolutely insane. You know, he made a joke about that he practices like 16. Thank you, guys. He made a joke that he practices 16 hours a day, and he's not. I mean, he's not joking. I mean, there's footage of him literally just like doing curls, and he's always shuffling a deck. His wife is on there, and she's like, "I shit you not." You hear the deck shuffle, the one-hand deck shuffle. And one time we were making love in the bedroom, and I heard the card shuffle, and I'm just like, I'm like, I can't. Where do you go? Where do you go from here? I mean, but the guy's insane. Right? It's true. No, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You have a new fiance. They've been happily married for a long time. You have a new fiance. I wouldn't recommend that for at least 10 years in a marriage, guys. The wife takes it a little personal.
Wow.
Boom.
That is such a good mental picture.
All right, guys. Coming up here, speaking of fun mental pictures, 1 day Omaha tournament. There it is, 5K guaranteed. Sunday, January 14th, 3 p.m. Be here. You know what I love? Omaha has been getting so much more prevalent in this room.
Yes.
Okay, those literally like the pink salmon $2 chips that we have here that are always used in Omaha. You know, we always used to make a joke that they're nice, so nice and clean because they never get used. And every single time I've been in here over the past week, there's been at least 2 Omaha games running, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Nice. I'm still stuck on the card shuffling sex scene. I'm sorry, I can't get over
Dude,
it.
it's insane. He's literally got a deck in his hand all the time. I mean,
I'm just picturing his wife, eyes closed, in the moment, and then hearing the card shuffling sound.
You all know the sound. You know the sound. You know the sound so great. Right at climax, extra fast card shuffle. There we go. All right, back to the bottom pot. Here we go. Deuce, 3. Check out that. Look at that. So it looks like Ryan with a gut shot.
Rosie with
also with a gut shot.
With the Israeli Ron in the house.
Oh,
the Queen Dewey.
Strong.
Queen Dewey going strong right here.
Chris Allen, what's going on? Hong Lee, Mike McGo, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
I'm shuddering with that story.
Jess Leonis.
It's so good though.
Jess Leonis.
It's so good.
I think a lot of people are definitely shuddering with that story. Yeah, no, the documentary is really great though. I highly recommend it. You can just tell he's one of those like hyper obsessive guys where when you tell him he can't do something, it's insane. I mean, talk about being blind. He basically.
Oh wow, look at this. It's really raw in the house. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's cool. It's I mean, dude, he. So many people didn't even know he was blind because he'll ride motorcycles and he'll do this. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I'm like, how do you? Just watch it. Fantastic.
There we go.
Fantastic.
That is nice. That's a nice touch.
That's just for us. That's our VIP. Our VIP.
Oh, we're the only ones that see that.
They were the only ones that see that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect.
When our booth guys mess with us, what can I say? So this is nasty here. Queen on the turn. Oh, 10 on the river. Super monster check here for Rosie.
She checks river? No.
No way. I mean, yeah, I don't really say you could check river. I go for value all day. 765 in the pot. She bets 300. Those whites are 100 guys. Greens are 25s. Reds are 5s. And Troy lets it go. Nice little healthy pot there. You know, we talk about being squeamish and not really knowing where you are in some of these small pots, but when you flop trips and turn a boat, you're not really going anywhere. You're gonna hang out for a while. The Israeli Ron boat, solid.
The Israeli Ron boat.
I thought I was pricing you fairly.
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely tried to play a couple suited queen deuces in the last couple of months. Just so you can get up and take a picture and snap it to him on Instagram. Like, dude, Israeli Ron tagged. Done. Of course. It's definitely cost me at least $100 or so.
It's like free parking. Put that in the Israeli Ron free parking, dude. One day you're gonna hit it and be like, give it all back.
Ship it all back.
Give it all back.
At least some of it back.
Yeah. Partial discount. Still land on that crappy income tax one. That one sucks. I mean, it's funny. I used to play like the video game version of Monopoly, and when it said, you know, I always thought like, oh, or pay 10% of your stuff, and I'm like, well, that's got to be cheap because I don't have any cash. I didn't realize it was like all of your net worth. Then I'm just paying like this like $500-600 bucks. I'm like, god damn, I'm the worst Monopoly player ever. Uh, 115 raise here by day.
Looks like a Rosie opened days 3 betting with the 7 deuce.
Oh, so they are doing the 7 deuce game, and this is why I'm so horrible at 7 deuce.
There is a 7 deuce game.
Yeah.
There's a 7 deuce running.
They were talking about it, yeah. So, and that's why it's so bad, because like, I can never figure out if they have aces or 7 deuce. And every time I try to call them on it, they always have.
Look at this. Troy just flat calls the button with queens. 7 deuce on the flop. No, actually, sorry. That'd be
there's the deuce. Oh my god, if K7
that'd be a refunded hand.
If K7 comes up, I'm gonna lose it.
Deuce 7 is what I meant.
Duck duck goose?
Duck duck goose.
Nice.
This is an interesting hand here. See if they. Oh, he checks.
Oh, Troy bets 400 with queens. Great board for queens.
Yeah, this should be the end of this hand.
Harlan's like, man, we almost got that free card. I was super stoked about it for a minute. But it's Harlan, though. You know he's going to turn that 8. You know he is. Day shows it. See, that's what I love. Day's a good dude. And this is where, this is honestly, that should almost induce, I figured induce Troy to show like, okay, I mean, look, I'm flatting with queens because you're the one 3-betting with 7 deuce.
I love it, Dan. Gotta try it.
All right, guys, check it out there. Battle of the Ages coming up here. 50,000 guaranteed. February 7th through 11th. You have the under and the over division right there. So if you're under the age of 50 there, or over the age of 50, it's going to be good times. And basically, this tournament was designed after Jake final tabled the seniors tournament. Why not split them into 2 categories and have some fun? Why not? Blame it on Jake.
Did he play the senior tournament?
Oh, dude, every single person in the chat needled him for like, they still needle him, and it's like over a year ago. Every time. Because, I mean, technically it's just, it's generally, you're supposed to be this age, and Jake's like, hell no, I'm here and I'm playing. And of course he final tables it, goes super deep.
Yeah.
It's just like, so every time, oh, there's a senior tournament coming up. What are you doing, Jake? Obviously I know where you're going to be. Like, dude, come on.
I always remember reading the article about some dude that shipped some ladies event.
Oh yeah,
Like WCB circuit.
right? And like it's funny. It's like even when you win, you don't win. How hated are you right now? You're just like
You're
dude,
hated on
yeah.
the rest of your life.
Yeah. I just think of like some old Coors Light beer commercial or something where it's like ladies' nights, the drinks are hella cheap, and so like these guys put on wigs and they go into the bar. They're like, yeah, whatever, dollar buds. I'm here.
Wow, look at this hand. We're going 5 ways to the flop.
There's so many boards that could connect here.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
Adam.
nuts for Adam.
Wow.
Stone cold nutskis. Nobody else with really like anything to pay.
The absolute dream though. Just 3-bet ace king of diamonds, get 4 callers and flop the absolute stone cold nuts.
And the only person who could even care, oh, this is sick. The only person who could even care would actually be somebody like Harlan with the 3rd nut redraw, and now he actually has a straight draw with that ace on the turn as well. Rosie connects with the ace, is gonna fire. That's $1.25. And Triple D doing the good old discount diamond double check. Boom.
And this should be the end of this hand right here.
Yeah, now Adam raising to 400 here. Definitely looking to extract some more value, hoping that, honestly, I think he's really hoping that Rosie maybe has like an ace-2 pair hand would be really kind of where he's at. He's like,
or a
please.
lower flush out, yeah.
Yeah,
lower flush.
oh yeah, any
Or
sort of
set.
lower flush, tell me, yeah, anything really,
Anything.
anything you want, really. Anything of strength, please. Watt Price says, Jake, the senior champ of Sacramento. Ouch. Oh, and Rosie finds an easy fold. Great fold. Great fold.
Can you buy an extra to get into the other bracket?
I want both. Wait, does that mean we have to pay more for younger? Do they still get a senior discount? Because that's cheating. Wow, cheating. You don't have to show the 7 dudes, just throw it. You don't want to show everybody you're bluffing.
Do you know, have they said how much they're paying?
I want to say it's 25 a person. I believe it's a quarter a person.
I really wish they'd make it 50.
Yeah. Because
Make it sting, make it worthwhile to go after it.
Well, yeah, and
You
that's
profit $450 instead of $225. I mean, it makes it really.
But yeah, exactly.
People are gonna go after it that way.
Yeah, the juice has to be worth the squeeze. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so if I'm gonna have to air barrel 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, I have to be able to have some sort of rebate on that. You know, risk versus reward. I don't have to fire 400, so I can just laugh at you, so everybody pays me $5. Like that doesn't work.
Especially with these stacks, I think 50's got to be the minimum.
Yeah.
For the 7 deuce game, it's 50 to 75, anywhere in there. It's perfect for this game.
Did they just chip? Did he color up or did he add on? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he added on.
He added on.
Oh yeah, he definitely added on.
For sure. Looks like he's got a whole stack of white there. So once again, guys, reds are $5, greens are 25s, and whites are 100s. Heart draw here on the flop, and a monster gut shot here for Nick C. Oh, disco for Nick.
Wow, that is beautiful.
It is, and it's so sick because Nick's honestly just praying that Troy right now would have like a 9. Troy bets 75. And Nick's gonna come in for a raise. 100 on top. And he calls. Brick. Nick with the monster.
Was that just a fold?
I think it was a bet fold on the river.
Okay.
The Brock, what do they get if they win 7 deuce? We had talked about that a little bit. I believe it's $25 per player.
I do have to tell a little story. I saw one of the most unique things. I've never heard of this happening at a poker table. I've never seen it, obviously. Tell me, anyone out there, if you've ever seen this on TV, even. I will not name where this place was. I will not name who the players were.
Keep it anonymous.
There's a big pot cash game. The guy bets all in. Players tanking. The person that shoves, the river card was like a 4. It was like an 8/8 blank blank 4 board. The shover shows the guy's in the tank and is tanking for like 5 minutes. The guy that shoves all in shows the 4, flips his 4 face up. The river's a 4.
Yeah.
The guy continues to tank. There's a bunch of table talk, and then he accidentally flips up the other card as the guy's still tanking and shows that he has just the 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
And the guy's like, oh, the guy like took another minute to act and was like, am I allowed to call? Like, is this dirty? Like, is this within the rules? I've never seen anyone make a bluff and expose both the whole cards while the person is making a decision.
Yeah,
has anyone ever seen that?
No, I've never ever seen that. No
It was
way.
classic.
No way.
It was super classic.
Bear in the house, the one and only. What's going on, buddy? He says shout out to Loncar and Train.
What up?
Oh, dude, Bear in the house.
Bear.
Bear the man.
What's up, man?
I was actually hanging out with Kristen pre-stream, actually, right over here. She just finished doing some stuff in the back, hung out for a beer. Very cool. Bacon TT7, what's going on, buddy? Bacon, are you still out of town dealing some crazy series like you were talking about the other day? Weren't you out in like Choctaw or something?
Bacon.
You know what? Speaking of random places, when I was in here with Moneymaker, he played all night after the stream, by the way, guys. It's not a joke. Like, just because the stream ends, like, we're all partying here, right? So Moneymaker plays all night because he has a 6 a.m. flight to the Bahamas for for the PCA. Have you been out there before?
Never been to PCA.
So he had made a comment in the stream along the lines of, oh, it's the Atlantis and it's the property's so friggin' huge, blah 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 blah. And I really didn't think much of it at the time. And then I actually checked it out and it popped up in my feed earlier, and I clicked on it and saw a picture of the resort. Dude, it's like you took an island and made it Disneyland. I mean, the picture of that resort looks insane.
It looks awesome.
God, I want to get there. That's crazy. So Rosie pops to 30, gets a few callers. Not a bad flush draw here. And top 2 pair for Troy. Harlan with a weird double gutter. Little bit for everybody.
Wow, this should be a pretty big par here.
And Harlan checks, Rosie fires out. Quick raise by Troy. I actually think Harlan might have possibly considered coming along if it wasn't a flush draw board. And he would have got there too. He would have banked it. He would have banked it. So Rosie does find the call here. And she checks over to Troy. He's going to fire again pretty heavily here. Yeah, 400.
Give me Harlan's inner monologue right now.
What, dude? Yeah, Harlan's just thinking like, Harlan's thinking, I'm 98% sure I'm good right now, but the river could be very bad. He has to dodge so many outs here on the river. Any club, any 6, any 9. He has to dodge a lot. Now, guys, for those of you at home looking at the outs in the corner, there's 4 grayed out outs. Those were cards we know were in play pre-flop in other players' hands that were mucked. So we calculate true outs. Technically speaking, if you're in this, you're calculating I probably have 8 outs, but really in this case, you're losing about half those. Oh, Bacon is out there in Choctaw. I said, yeah, we just finished a $365 event with 3,000 entries.
Wow, what was the prize pool on that, Bacon?
Yeah, what was the prize pool, dude?
Well, what, 300 times 900K?
Now this could get Rosie in trouble here. Check this out. Queen on the river.
Oh, wow. This is very, very unfortunate for her.
Yeah, this might put her in the check call mode. You know, just in case Troy was making a raise here with any sort of just top pair, good kicker like ace-9. So she checks. No, Troy tables it, absolutely. So she got off cheap there. I think she would have called a decent-sized value bet.
Yeah.
And you can't ever actually blame Troy for checking that either on the river. You're like, dude, you know what? She has 7-8 or something, and she's just like flopping some monster or baiting me, or even if she would have had Harlan's hand.
Yeah, it's totally understandable.
Poke Pro Eric with the Captain Obvious. Thank you, sir. Math is hard. We just like when you tell us things. It makes it so much easier. Like when you bluff and then flip up both your cards. It makes it so much easier. So what happened in the hand? Did the other person like have him beat and just call?
Yeah, the other well, before he like accidentally showed he has just a pair of 4s. The guy that was tanking forever was like, oh, I have an 8, I have an 8.
Oh, so he already knew.
Yeah.
Did he really though?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, I feel like if you're really trying
It
to
was just
sell
so
me,
funny
you
because
have
it took
an
him like
8.
another minute or two
after the
show
it was
to
tabled,
call
weird.
because he's like,
Wow.
oh, like, am I allowed to call now?
See, it's so funny because like,
Like,
me
no
or
one's- is-
you, if somebody does that, I just say, oh, I call.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not whatever. Yeah. Or if you're real super sick, you raise and then make him think you're trying to bluff him, and maybe he calls a raise. It's so sick, so sick. That's how sick I am, dude. Then I raise him, and then he's just like, I don't want to be the sucker who you made a move on when my hands face up. Oh, lots of 8s for Harlan. Aunt Doom in the house. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining
Aunt Doom. What up? My boy.
And boom, more in the river. So weird Canadian full house here for Troy with 3 pair. Harlan with lots of 8s.
Canadian full house.
Yeah, even if you go to Canada and flip that over like it's a monster, I still think it's probably not going to work out well for you. In that tournament, first bid 140K and second was 98K. On that Choctaw one.
140K, that's a really nice first place.
Yeah, God, if only. wait, you're only at 138, right?
Dang.
Dude, if you're not even gonna try, bro,
Come on, dude.
come on, step it up. Jeez. Step it up. I like how JFK calls me out and says that's rude to Canadians. Every single time we're in the booth, JFK is like, "Oh, Canada just got power, and who's your president over there? A moose?" Like, I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't. JFK is basically in troll mode.
Who is the chip leader in this game?
Super troll mode. Troll mode activated.
The truffle fries bring over was
Yeah, it was clutch.
it was perfect.
So I'm not gonna sit here and just like motorboat these truffle fries on camera. So like just one at a time, every now and then. They're already cold, but they're still delicious.
Just a tip.
Yeah, just for a minute. See how it tastes. It's weird.
Queen Jack 10.
Open-ended riders. Bear says it's okay, Justin. Canada's too nice to get offended by it. That's fair.
That's good.
They're like, that's all right, man. Can I buy you dinner? Well, you guys are just the best. So we got a raise here by Harlan, it looks like. And Idris makes the call. Our action tracker's catching up here. Give us a minute. So, wait a second. So are we open-ended now with the flush draw for Harlan? Look at those outs at the top. Are we really at 21 outs right now? This is like, huh? What? Huh? That's one of those scenarios where they're like, hey, you know when I said I had half the deck of outs? I wasn't kidding.
5, right? 5 in a row? Yeah. Well, how many do you have right now?
Boom Fishing Adventures, what's going on? Henry Versetti in the house. Jason Lives, what's going on? Thinks we have a slightly more bearded Daniel Negreanu over there, flown in seat 7.
No.
All right, we're gonna go with no on that one, but
That's a definite no.
You know what? But with enough beers,
I was gonna say we need like at least 7 shots.
yeah, with enough
At
alcohol,
least 7 shots.
any poker player could look like. Nah.
Yeah.
7 shots and like squint, and that's Dan Negreanu's spot on for sure.
Take out my contacts, little voice changer, it's totally, maybe a little face swap app. Got it. So Adam D here, popping it to 25. Day's gonna come along with 8-5 diamonds. Hopefully we're in the non-diamond range for him. C-Day looks like a knockoff Harlan. Ah, zing. Queen, Queen, Deuce. Whiff City for everybody. Adam D with a quick continuation bet here. He bets 25. And gets through. Video MK in the house. What's going on, dude? Says, Mike, I sat next to you on Saturday when we hit the money and moved to the lobby. I remember the Stones Life hat. That Stones Life hat was solid, dude.
Okay, yeah. You must have been seat 2.
So every time I see those Stones Life hats, now that we gave them away, because there was exactly 52 of them on it, or 54 of them, because there was 2 jokers in the deck. Every time I see them, I'm super jelly now. I'm like, I want one. Oh man, I want one. They moved. I actually talked about that. They moved the tables to the lobby over there.
Yeah.
Because it's much smokier, it's much quieter. And the players seem to appreciate it.
The funny thing was there was like a group of drunks like right around the corner of the slot machines there, like going absolutely crazy for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that because I walked by and I did the double take and stop to see like what they were yelling about, and it was like nothing. They were winning like nothing. Anyways, I digress. Oh, back to the 7 News game. Triple D raising it to 230. And Triple D is generally the guy I'm going to give some solid credit to. Day's got 8s. He's going to make the call. And Troy coming along with 9-3. Gamble.
Wow.
9-3. It's so sick.
Wow.
It's so sick. Now the thing is, because
I call a 3-bet with 9 offsuit and just outflop aces.
And you magically have position under the gun. Like, what sort of weird poker world is this hand right here? So Triple D checks, Day checks, and I wouldn't. I can't. Yeah, 800 is way too much. I can't. Yeah, Triple D is obviously not going to continue, and I can't see Day continuing either. This hand's probably pretty much over.
Yeah, this hand's done.
I mean, if he bet smaller and kind of made it look like a semi kind of bluffy, I gotta bet because I have position and you guys check to me thing. 9-3 shows it. How do they call it? And look, I love it. Triple D shows so good. What a good dude.
I'm like, I hate that he's down the button, but I kind of like that he got the. Yeah, that almost got through. They almost got through. Yeah. They just like 2505.
I like how everybody roots each other on. That almost got through, man. Nice job. Nice one. You almost got him.
That's hilarious.
Wow. One more time. One more time. Come on. All right, here we go. That was insane. That's sick. I love that.
Jeff Alvarez says 800 to 700 question mark. I mean, it's not like his hand was I mean, his hand was bottom 2 and they were super, like, I mean, I don't know, yeah. He honestly, he just wants to take it right there and not think about it. If somebody wants to ship on top, there's a solid chance he has the best hand anyways, and he's just like, we're either going to do this or we're not. Like, I'm not trying to go value this night.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that in that spot, in a 3-bet pot.
Especially when both players check to you, like I'm either going to get kings to dump it to me now, or, you know what I mean, like, that's it.
You were 17, wait, see what happens when you pick on the right hand? 425.
Now that you talked about that, I want Triple D to get like 7 deuce twice in a row. I really wanted to see like 7 deuce, like a double bluff attempt.
I had barely over to that. You have 7-8? No. I hope so. I have 7-8.
Some solid stack sizes, definitely 20K plus on the table now. And this is what we always see in the streams, it just kind of has this progression where people get a little lower, they add on a little bit. It's like even if people aren't necessarily going all in busty in rebuy, that doesn't mean that chips aren't getting added. So we definitely try to be pretty diligent on that one. Bacon TT7 says Triple D is the 7 deuce game master. I think that generally players who have a bit snugger image should probably end up being in the long run more profitable in the 7 deuce game, because you're kind of going to be like, that guy's generally a rock anyway, so I'm kind of going to give him credit for something a little bigger.
I need a Red Bull right now.
Red Bull, table 11, to JFK the Troll, please. Thank you. We'll just see how long the delay is. I'll just stare at him until he looks at me. In which case he normally says I'm number 1 and shows me his hand. Let's wait for it. Oh, I'll wait. I'll have a staring competition when he's not looking. There he is. There he is. Got him. All right, Ryan here with Kings, facing a $200 bet by Troy. And he's figuring out how much he's going to raise. Oh, wow. Oh, sick card for Troy to continue. Oh, and he ships it in.
And definitely gonna get called now. 6 ball?
And Troy's thinking, dude, any 5-6-7, I'm nutted here. 5-6-7, he's thinking is good. It's not. He really needs that 6, but.
I thought it was on for less. Guy says run it twice, you say yes.
Is that, did you say if a
Troy,
guy,
yeah, Troy says, will you run it twice in the spot? You snap call. You say yes.
Oh, all day. Yeah. How many times do you want to run it? How many times?
Whatever you want.
I know, whatever you want.
Make a call here.
Yeah.
We'll run it that many times.
I love it. It almost looked like he was stacking out raising chips. I'm like, dude, he's already all in. What are you gonna do with him?
And
He's got the 520 stacked out. He's thinking about it.
oh, if the 6 comes on the river.
Are they running it once or twice?
I believe once.
Ooh, still no good. Scary though.
Oh, they were on
yeah, twice.
Yeah,
just quads on twice. You see how quick those cards go? The cards went in so fast once he hit quad kings. He's like, yeah, whatever. You're way good. Don't worry about it. The sick part is even if he didn't ship it on the turn, and he sees the river, I think you're probably still going to get the value there. You're going to get the value anyway, so. Of course. But it's not about results oriented. It's about getting the value when he's got the draw. Got him. quad kings was just showing off. That was unnecessary. You
That was
didn't
unnecessary,
you
no.
didn't need to do that.
You ever think to yourself it's like a waste? Like the
Yeah.
one time I don't want to hit it because I just need to hit anything but a 6.
I don't
and
want
put the quads
I don't
in
want to
there.
waste my run good right now.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you see Billy Madison when he answers this question, he's like, and he talks about how bad and how we're all dumber for listening to your answer and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
He's like, a simple no would have done just fine, but thank you.
Yes. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah.
10 years probably?
Well,
7
you know,
years?
it's pretty much like the only good Adam Sandler movie. They all went downhill after Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. I guess we'll give an honorable mention to maybe the Water Boy, but that's about it, guys.
Waterboy's a good one.
Bobby Boucher.
I'm trying to think of some other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they went downhill pretty quick. And I always hope for the best too. I'm like, oh, you got a new movie coming out. Like, please don't suck. Come on, we can do this. We can make Sandler great again. No? Anybody? Bueller? Okay. 3 bet to 145 here by Idris with Kings.
Bueller.
And Nick C makes the call. Heads up. Last time I saw Ace Queen versus Kings, it was Harlan, and Harlan's Ace Queen won every time. Oh god, don't put a king out there. Just don't. Please don't. I can't take it.
And it has to be a black king, which would be perfect.
Yeah, it can't even be the heart, which would be like super monster nut. It'd be so sick. It'd be nut third nut. Bacon, let me scroll up here. Loncar, do you think when running it twice after the first board, should we continue to use burn cards? Oh, well, we don't right now, right? We just no. Oh, okay.
When running it twice after the first board, should we continue to use burn cards? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Why wouldn't you?
Stephen Young in the house, Mr. Smiley. What is going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us. You're watching a 5-5 no limit win the button game, meaning you win the pot, you get that button. We're also doing 7 deuce prop bets. You also have to pay miss blinds when you leave the table. I don't know, there's probably some unicorn thing involved. There's so many games going on here, I don't even know, but lots of fun poker action, so can't go wrong. You need that service, don't you?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. I was actually just gonna yell at her, but she's right there. I'd just say hi.
So for those of you that are just joining us here tonight, playing Win the Button cash game. Win the current hand, get the button the next hand.
Oh yeah, try to the trouble Friday. That works even better.
2 different players here with top pair.
Red Bull incoming, and we said charge it to the truffle fries. So cheers to that.
Cheers. Thanks, man.
After the next hand, I want to ask your opinion on something else, kind of tournament related, that me and the poker boss were talking about that players seem to love so far, and I want to get your opinion on it. So.
Yeah.
You're the best. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Boom.
Cheers. Cheers.
Boom. Cheers. Sponsored by Red Bull.
Yes.
So Triple D shipping it with Ace Jack. Troy. Yeah, is Troy gonna let it go? Troy lets it go. He mucks up a 7.
Wow.
Maybe gives Triple D credit for that 7 deuce game.
What's going on?
Okay, so here is what they've been doing. Typical tournament. You got your blinds. Then obviously.
Oh, you're talking about the Annie.
Yeah, Annie on the
Big blind. Or,
How do you feel about it? You like it? Love it? Hate it?
I heard about that. I heard the Aria is the place that does it.
Aria is the place that does it, and so far the feedback's been really positive from players. It just makes things easier in general. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I just heard about it for the very first time on Saturday.
So why don't you guys chime in? So basically, the deal is, instead of the big blind is going to cover the antes for the entire table. So it's essentially you're still burning the exact same amount of chips, but it makes everything a whole hell of a lot easier. So what do you guys think? Chime in for that. Let the debate begin. It might as well be politics around the Thanksgiving table. I'm just kidding. That's the worst. It's way better than this.
Yeah, honestly, I really don't know how I feel about it. It is essentially the same thing.
I feel like I need to experience it. I feel like, I really just like throw me in the trenches with it, then I'll tell you how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But on the surface, it seems cool. So ace jack 7 here. Nick connects with his jack and Harlan with his ace.
Yeah, I think I do like it. You know, the thing I heard the other night.
I was sitting there like thinking of a reason to like not like it, and I couldn't really think of one. So therefore, I like it. Question mark.
It's definitely going to have a big effect on short stack play.
Well, that's what it is, right? Because it's like now it's your flood of antes.
Yeah, and because of that, the more and more I think about it, I don't like it.
Okay.
Because it gives an advantage to shorter stacks. I mean, you know, when you're talking about like when you have 79 big blinds and you have the button,
yeah,
you're not affected at all. Your stack's not affected at all when you go, when you go around.
So it gives them like 7 extra breathing room hands. But then that one hand though, they know that they're like, well now it's
hurt.
This hand or not. I mean, it's this hand or the next one. I'm basically all in now.
I mean, it's creative, and I love anything creative out of the poker like that. It's definitely. It's just so, and it's yeah. I think honestly I'd have to play it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was like,
how
dude,
I feel about it.
You have to throw me in the trenches and just like I gotta roll with it a couple times.
Yeah. Is Poker Boss still here?
Yeah, Poker Boss is in the room. I'm sure he'll chime in. Bacon TT7, who's out there running some of those tournaments in Choctaw, says, I hate the big blind ante. What happens when it's late in the tournament? Your big blind ante more commits you to the hand, etc. JFK chiming in saying, I think that the big blind ante is trying to fix a problem that doesn't really exist. A lot of people saying it changes the game, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I don't like it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really don't like it.
Yeah, you know what I still want to do for the first time ever? I know it sounds stupid, and I know I'm just going to hemorrhage and light money on fire, but I really want to do a stupid all-in or fold tournament. Have you ever seen those? You just all-in or fold, that's your only two options. And like, I know it's a nightmare for dealers, and it's probably a side pot, just like shit show, but I really want to play one. With like,
that's fun.
$40 buys, $50 buys, I'm just like, whatever. I come expecting to blow off like.
So you only can go all in or
fold.
Every hand.
That's it. It's so ridiculous.
I played those once or twice a long time ago.
Yeah, and actually, this is one of the things I brought up when I talked to the Poker Boss about it, is the who forgot to ante problem, right? If you guys have ever played tournament poker, I mean, let's just face it, antes and everything, there's a lot going on, and there's so many, you always get a player who's like, oh, I already anteed, I'm not going to ante twice, or check the cameras, or blah. Have you ever had that? I've seen that happen in a tournament a lot.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan the more I think about it.
All right, so let's get in the action here. Nick C here from the big. Couple limpers is going to raise it to $50 with 9-10 suited, little pot sweetener.
I like the creativeness of it, but
yeah,
I don't think I like it.
All right, ace deuce 4 on the flop. Casey with a gut shot. Troy also with a pair and a straight draw. Harlan with the same gut shot as Casey. Nick now connects with a 9 on the turn, and he's going to start betting. Troy calls the 90. Whiff on the river. Nick with the check mark here, as long as he can hold on. Pot's just under 400, he's going to check, and quick check behind that Troy. And he's like, yeah, I raised to 50, and yeah, I turned that 9, ship it.
Nick's an awesome guy. I love his Snapchat stories.
Oh yeah, dude.
good.
Nick's all the way. Nick's super fun. And some of the players he plays with, he like definitely get like the best character award. Oh, all the way.
Yes.
All the way.
Yes.
And I end up hitting my problem with the flop.
You guys all pick the R?
And he's hard. A lot of us pick the flop.
Are they really?
He's hitting other than one.
What's your card? So I had it in my hand that time. Oh, so you tried to connect.
It's like the big blind any discussion is actually spilling over into my all-in or fold tournament. Don't drag my all-in or fold tournament into your guys' talk here, okay? Don't drag me into that. So look at this bomb pot action here. Ace 10 queen. Oh wait, that's not right. No, it's queen 9 10. Again, our action tracker's a little hammer.
I love the bomb pots.
So I believe is it queen 9 10 and Nick C has bottom 2? Don't listen to our cards at the bottom. They're a liar. Looks like our action tracker's trying to catch up. I think there's some solid action for Nick to fold bottom 2 there, if that is what I saw. Yeah, there we go. Queen 9 10. Nick folded bottom 2. So where's the action that got him to lay that down on the bottom? Show me the beast mode bet.
Just a 225 bet?
Is that it? Well, no, 225 was in the pot from the bomb. Oh, and another 2.25. Wow. Wow. All right. But again, that's what we talked about. You know, when these bomb pots, you can't put anybody in a range, no sort of isolation or anything.
Obviously, I think he stood up there and said I'm the worst, but you know, obviously you can understand in the moment making that fold because
there's so many cards that counter
so many bad turn cards. You might be smashed already.
Unless you get a 9 or 10, you're never going to improve, and even if you do, you have to worry about a bigger both. You're like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here at all.
Yeah, I mean, he could get completely crushed right there. He calls right there. The turn's a blank. He calls again.
If the river's anything, even if Troy doesn't hit it, he's got so much bluff potential. We're gonna call him bluff outs.
And Troy's very aggressive, so I mean, you're putting yourself in a really tough spot. Potentially.
Yes, you're trying to avoid putting yourself in a tough spot before it happens. I respect it. I respect it. Seabone chiming in says, hey, if the flop isn't reading correctly, have the dealer burn farther from the board. I think we have a little bit of overlap sometimes on our card reads.
Ryan flopping top and bottom. And Triple D turning jacks and deuces. And look at this, the perfect turn card. Idra's turning an open and it's straight draw. Definitely some action here. Triple D bets 100. Ryan min raises to 200. I just definitely doesn't like the spades being out there, but definitely considering a call here with open and straight draw. Nope, it's out of the way.
Gone.
And with Triple D's stack here, looks like he only has about 500 behind. He decides to make the call. On the river, and this is gonna be a tough one. Triple D get away from no.
Pot's at 480. So you bet by about 3 1/4. Am I right?
Yep. I think that should do the work here to get paid off.
And Triple D makes the call. It's always bad when you have a hand like Jack Deuce on this board texture, and the other guy says 2 pair, and you're like, crap.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done.
There's no way it's less than my Jack Deuce. Like Deuce 3, hopefully? Question mark. I like this. We have our resident tournament director pros chatting over pros and cons here. I like it. All right, guys, we have about an hour left in this broadcast. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click that subscribe/follow button. We're here with you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, spewing live cash game action from 7 to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Because it's specifically time for poker. True. Nick C over there just drinking a beer at A1 Steak Sauce. Apparently that's the dinner of champions.
K-Series is undergone to 30 with Ace King.
King Jack deuce on the flop here. Top, easy money. Guys, poker's easy. All you gotta do is bet with a good hand, and then you hit a good hand, and then you bet again and you win. Like that. That's all you had to do yesterday, right? For 15 hours. That's it. Cheers. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. It's so easy. So easy. Just, guys, you don't even have to be lucky. You just have to not be unlucky. I just need average luck. That's it. Henry chiming in and says, shot clock more important than the big blind ante.
Where is Gold Country Casino?
Oh, Gold Country. That was some stomping grounds from back in the day.
Orville. Oh, dang, Orville. Okay.
I was playing there when Gold Country was literally just like a tent with some steel beams. And like I walked in and I'm like, oh wow, the floor isn't dirt. Like it looked like that. But it's changed a little bit over the years for sure. It's like OT in the game right now. Makes it. Oh, no good. All right, raise to 25 here by Idris. Couple callers. Queen 8-4. Idris connects top pair. Yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about shot clock? I love the shot clock. As far as like tournament goes.
Oh, yeah. I wish every tournament
in the world had a shot clock.
I wish every tournament had a shot clock. That'd be the best thing ever.
I mean, we can get into how often and the majority of the time, and 90% of the time, you know exactly what you're going to do, but you're just trying to be consistent as far as your waiting periods and this and that. But
the number one thing I hate about live tournaments compared to online is how the ridiculous amount of time you can take
people to tank
on a hand.
And it's so crazy.
All throughout the tournament.
And that's the thing is like people. The problem is that I don't mind people taking time if it's a really important decision and it's a really tough decision and it's for a lot of chips and it's at a pivotal point in the tournament. But when it's like a nonchalant pot or you don't even have a very good hand or like there's just like it's very obvious there's not even a reason to tank and you're just like doing it because you think there's 20.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll tank, and in fact I did it just very recently where I tanked ridiculously long every single hand because I can on the bubble.
Well, and that's
the bubble when I'm super short,
yeah, it's
and it's just like, and it's not hand for hand when it should be.
I know, and that's the thing is like, dude,
I'm gonna go within the rules of the game and abuse it.
It's almost like you're forcing me to do that, but that's why I like actually now they prevent that now when it's hand for hand on the bubble.
Yeah.
Now they just do the 2-minute drain per hand.
Yeah.
Right. So then you don't have to worry about that, which I actually love because then you prevent that, right? And it's so not about like, oh, I should wait an extra 2 seconds to hopefully this guy busts before me. It's like, come on, dude. You know, it's like it shouldn't be that way.
No. Yeah, I wish that would be a standard thing for every single tournament to have some kind of shot clock system. That'd be amazing.
Look at this, all spades everywhere. Troy, the only person with a spade. Marlon double checking that his 10 was a club and not a spade.
Look at this.
Nick reaching
Look
for
at
the
this.
yes, the bluff coming strong. Let's
Love
make
it.
it 400 to go. I think
Love
Troy's
it.
gonna do a double check fold here. That's my guess.
Show the bluff, Nick.
Yeah, I have 2. Yeah.
Like a boss.
Love it.
I love it.
Hashtag Deej win. Yeah, shot clock's great, man. I totally agree.
Yes, Justin Christ, you're the man. Hell yeah. Pushing for the shot clock at Stones all day long.
I mean, hell, dude. I mean, I've been in cash games where I've literally moved tables because there was a player who would tank every hand. I mean, dude, he'd tank before a fold, and I just, every time I'm going to grab his card so I can see, like, he's got 10 deuce, and it's totally irrelevant. Like, it's so unnecessary, you know? It was so bad, we literally we missed out on probably at least 10, 15 hands an hour just because of this one player tanking every time.
And it wasn't a bubble situation.
No, dude, it was a cash game.
Oh my god.
It was a cash game.
Oh my god.
And
honestly, I wish.
He's tanking pre. He's tanking pre in a cash game.
I honestly wish cash games had a shot clock too.
Dude,
I really do.
Yeah, I know. He was taking
cash games.
He's taking pre in a cash game when it's on him, when it's just limp to him.
Cash games should have like a time bank shot clock system.
Yeah.
Where you've got, you know, a 2-minute, 3-minute time bank.
You can exhaust whatever.
You can exhaust over
every hour.
It gets
or
refreshed
every half
It gets
hour,
refreshed every 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Just either way.
Yeah.
That's all you get. Rana says some guy today took 2 minutes to fold and all in and then flashed 9-7 off. It's just like, come on, man. Speak to T. What's going on, bud? My favorite thing too, you know what's always funny is whenever there's a misdeal, because it's obviously either miss a player or they didn't deal the right player, everybody who always looks at their cards are like, oh god, I would have had this. I'm like, just stop. Just no, you wouldn't have. So I like to make it a point. I'm like, oh man, look, I would have had this 7-3 here. Nobody cares.
So I have to ask, you might laugh at this, but are you a cryptocurrency guy? Do you have money on cryptos?
So, no. Well, yeah, okay, you know. I'm not really a cryptocurrency guy, but I do have money in cryptos.
You do have some money.
I bought a whopping $20 a Bitcoin, I'm sure when it was like worth 18,000 or something ridiculous. Just because I wanted to see how the whole transaction process worked. How, like, my key versus your key, how I, how I trade money. I wanted to see what it was all about, you know? But I did sell a very expensive pinball machine to the owner of a very prominent website. The machine was well over $20,000, and it was around April of last year, and he asked if I was into crypto and if I wanted to get paid in crypto, and I said no. And at that point, Bitcoin was around $1,000 a coin. So if he would have paid me 20-something coins times 15+ K right now,
oh my god.
Well, then I would basically be like a Michael Loncar, just being a tournament is what I would be.
God, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's.
But likewise, that could have easily just went the other way and ran to 0, and then I would have been like, well, that's a poor life choice, you know. So
I have a friend of a friend who won a poker tournament about a year ago for like 180K. He took 60,000 of it and put 60,000 into Ripple when Ripple was at 6 cents, and now Ripple's at $2.50.
Oh my god!
It still has it all.
Today was a good day.
Yeah.
Honestly, at that point,
so sick.
Because it's that much of an exponential gain, I probably just pull back some of my original net for sure.
Yeah.
At that point, like 60K is like peanuts on top at that point. So just take back, round it off. Give yourself a little credit. Take back the 100, and then whatever. If it goes crazy from there, cool.
Motherfucking trips.
Wow.
Trips all day.
If I make it 75, you guys are racing like 5 more and I can't call. Yeah, but if I put 10 out, you guys will race slow enough.
Talking about what you like. Talking about possible shot clock potential there, guys, on the YouTube chat. Bacon has recommended something like a 30-second shot clock time bank for 40-minute levels, right? So you get like 30-second time bank every level, basically, is at that point. Yeah, but the problem is, I mean, how do you implement who's used what at that point, right? I mean, you need to give everybody time chips, and then at every level, you know, that's actually just more work for the dealer, essentially, because everybody'd have to have a time chip, they'd have to have a timer, or because they can't call a floor every time it happens. And then at the every blind round change, they have to just throw time banks to whoever doesn't have them, is what they'd have to do.
There you go. There's my $1 million idea. I'm going to come out with poker tables with the built-in shot clock, and I'm sure that already exists, right?
Done. Well, actually, they end up using pretty much iPads, but same thing.
Oh, you should actually do that. I'm sure they have a table. They have to have tables inventory though, where there's like a little square in front of everyone, and
They should.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
But then again, how do you track where the action's at? So if you did that, it probably would have to be more work. You'd either have to have somebody separate, or you'd have to have the dealer
The dealer.
literally push it. But every time it's on somebody, but you don't want the dealer to sit there and do full call. I mean,
That's a lot. Yeah,
that's so much for the
No,
dealer.
it's
They already
impossible.
have so many things.
No, it's
going on.
impossible. It would just have to be on the player then. It would have to be on the player. You put your bet out, and then you slap a button.
Yeah, it's a visual
It's off
game.
you.
You'd have to do it. Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about. It's like time chess, dude. Boom, make your move, slap.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. It's messed up, and I like it. I'm in. So Casey here raises 130 pre-flop. Troy does make the call. Now on the flop, that's 200. Troy calls with the 4. And now Casey's going to check the turn. And Troy's going to check behind.
Oh,
disco for Casey. Pot's at 700. And I would imagine Casey's going to go for some value here. She also has a lot of showdown value, though, too. Let's see where she goes. She's reaching. Pot's at 705. What do you think? 2 and some change? 3?
Yeah, I think you got to go really light here.
2 flat.
It's perfect. Perfect bet size for the situation.
Yeah. Quick fold by Troy. It's cool because it's either going to get a quick fold or it's going to get a mediocre hand to do like a snap call on you. Like, I'm cool either way.
Just to add to the tilt factor.
Bacon says, Justin, it's not that hard for dealers at all. I got news for you, Bacon. Not everybody is as good as you, dude. Okay? Not everybody is as cool as you. Chris Stevens says, pass around those little hourglass sand timers. That's awesome. Like the ones that are broken within day 1 on any board game you buy. You're like, this thing's tough.
Pass around those sand hourglass timers.
And you just say, bink, and you slap it down, you flip it over.
So
Bink.
good. That's so good.
That's bad. Yeah, because people are holding it. I can, but my card's just hitting, so like, I don't think. Are you up? Are you up? Yes, he hasn't hit 1 yet. I haven't hit 1. I've hit like 5 or 6 already. Getting wrecked. Do you play like if you miss it, you don't get paid? Yeah. You can skip it. I've seen, because that's what happens. Yeah, you gotta be paying attention at some point. I don't know.
All right, action tracker catching up here. Queen Jack 7 on the flop. Troy 3-bet pre-flop, and flops top pair, bets it, and gets folds. All right, once again, guys, coming up, I know we already went over some tournaments. We got some other stuff coming up. We got the Big Game Cash Pot Splasher tournament coming up. $125. That's Sunday, February 4th at 3:30 p.m. If that is what I'm thinking it is, JFK can chime in and fill us in there in the chat. But I believe that is when you get cash splash pots in a tournament.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, why not? Right? Sure. Give me monies, please. Thank you.
So they put cash chips in the middle, and you win this tournament, and you win the tournament chips and the cash.
Exactly.
In your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. That's the. You know what? You can take those chips off the table. You're more than welcome to
That's
take
awesome.
those off the table. Yeah.
It's interesting.
We also have the Battle of the Ages thing, which we went over. That's a $250 buy-in, $250 buy-in, February 7th through the 11th. And then the Win the Button, if you guys like what you're watching, the Win the Button Bounty Edition with Jonathan Little in the house, $300 buy-in, Monday, February 19th at noon. Very cool. That'll be fun. I remember when we did the like Assassin's Bounty tournament. It was a huge hit. We did the Win the Button tournament. It was obviously a huge hit. And we're like, crazy idea. Combine them.
I really want to see another Assassin's Bounty tournament soon.
Yeah, oh, dude, that was a blast. And plus, I mean, I had a blast playing, and I got down to the final two tables. I ended up making double or triple my buy-in back just from the bounties. But the idea of trading them back in for chips, as the tournament got deeper and deeper and deeper, especially at the final table, there were so many different dynamic elements of that, because you're not allowed to trade them back in if you get completely felted. And so there was, I mean, it just made the chat went crazy on that game. Like, how is this guy not trading in bounties?
That was like the
this?
biggest mistake I've ever seen in my life. Even
That
when
was you and Hammer in the booth. I tried to get you guys Domino's Pizza, right? Was that
yes,
the one? Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Even when the guy claims, which I believe obviously because it's only to make sense, that his goal is to take second because of taxes or whatever. Excuse me, I'm sorry if I'm.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
It was still just God.
Because he has
I'm gonna stop.
Financial issues.
I'm gonna stop.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about that. All right, so look at this. Look at these beast hands here. Harlan pops to 30 with ace-10.
Wow.
Troy 3-bets light with 8-10. Then you run into jacks and queens. What are you doing here, your Idris? I mean, you're thinking like, wow, am I really running queens and kings or aces here?
I mean, if there's ever a time to fold queens pre-flop and only lose the big blind, this is it.
It's crazy. I mean, this is like where you're thinking,
Raise, 3-bet, 4-bet. I mean,
right?
what's this 4-bet range right here, really? I mean, really, when you break it down, it's queens plus ace king jacks kind of wishful thinking against someone who's not making moves.
And it's nasty because even if
And it just happens to be the wishful thinking.
well, yeah, and even if you want to play sheepish and like, okay, let's say he flats here, he doesn't know. What if one of these, like, what if Troy like goes all in, ships behind him? You can't call that. So you might just be burning $400 on a flyer too.
All right, here's the flop. Queen, jack, 9.
Oh my
All
god!
on the flop. Let's do it one time, baby. Come on.
If that happens, I'm gonna lose it.
Queen, jack, 9.
Oh my god! I was like, not far off, but dude, Disco City. Nobody has a king, but god, that feels good if you're Idris. Well, maybe not with the 4-bet action. If nobody would, I can't see anybody blowing up Idris off this hand, but if they did, they get like the Player of the Year award. Now, easy money. Bet fold. Nice, yeah, definitely not 7 deuce. Henry says, yeah, this is an aggressive table. You can't fold queens here.
Yeah, Bacon TT. I know you love the Assassin's Bounty.
Solid cash in there. I think we're well over 25K now on the table. When we started, we were somewhere around 15.
It's getting deep. I'm so excited about that $1,100 sit and go come out. It's gonna be fun.
You will. If there's no like time period on when you can reg, I know you're gonna reg for like the next 12. You just lock up your seat in advance. Just give it like, I want seat 7 for the next year.
Unless I'm out of town, I'm playing every single one. Unless I'm late on the reg or something.
Dude, sit and goes are a lot of fun, man.
Of course.
7 deuce game under the gun. Nick C popping it to 30. Oh, and how great would it be to just like do a min popping just to get everybody to fold, and you're like, thank you for this free, easy, awesome, huge pop. Harlan, ace queen. Duck, duck, goose, come on. I'll pretty much whiff City except for Idris connecting with his 3.
Just barrel it, Nick.
Yeah, dude. Oh, come on. Nick's he's gonna get it. 95, 75, solid. This should get through. This should get through. Do it, do it.
Get through one time.
Oh, it's good. Money in the
One.
bank. Don't you even think about it, Harlan.
Get out of there, Harlan. No!
No, no, no!
Oh, why?
Let him!
God, come on,
man.
man. What are you doing calling spin right there, man? Come on.
Oh. Dang. And the sick part is, if the turn was just like a rando blank, Nick could have fired again and Harlan should be gone.
Of course.
We're so super rooting for him. Come on, man. Oh. Oh.
Harlan's gonna pick this off for sure.
Henry says, hasn't Michael won enough? Apparently you're not allowed to play sit and goes anymore. Guys, you know, money, it burns. It burns. You burn money. It burns a hole in your pocket. Look. See? You're trying to get 70s.
Thank you. I think you should all give me like 10.
You should only give me like 10 instead.
I actually swapped the pair. I swapped the pair.
That was a great attempt to get the 7 deuce through, guys. Just so you guys know, for those of you who might just be tuning in, we're playing a 7 deuce prop bet game where if you do win a pot with 7 deuce and show it down, then every player has to give you $25. I feel like he's like, and I almost got away with it too if it wasn't for you crazy Harlan.
Man, you guys are, how good.
Brandis wants to know, are you registering for the January $1,100 sit and go?
Yes.
Yep, done. Verbal's binding, it's literally recorded.
Justin.
Done.
Definitely. Yeah, please remind me of that because I'm Mr. Forgetful. So
Done.
when we're out of the booth,
Oh, I
remind me
don't,
of
I don't think JFK is gonna let you forget.
Okay, good.
You're good to go. But he said if you forget, I just get to play your chips, so I got you covered anyway, so don't worry about it. He didn't say that, but I'm just gonna pretend he did. Oh, and Bacon will be in town too, so Bacon will be playing it as well. He played our last $1,000, $1,100 sit and go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's Francis. Matt
Yeah.
Francis.
Yep.
And actually, speaking of which, he also final tabled that Assassin's Bounty one too, didn't he?
Yeah, that's why I said that. That's why I said he loved
I
it.
was just like, oh yeah. I was like, he's on there.
I was commentate on that. He did good.
8-10 king on the flop, couple of spades.
He was 1 coin flip away from.
Dude, he was in it a couple times.
Yep.
Really, I mean, like some changing pots in there that could have easily flipped the scripts. I think you had a piece of his action. I had a piece of his action. That's why we're about sweating. Dude, the sweat's strong.
Of course.
I love it. Flush draw here for Idris as well.
Man, it's so tempting to bet. When you have 7 I don't have it.
Taylor Smith in the house. What's going on, bud? So, I'm pretty sure some Harlan who bets 55 on the button with his pair and flush draw.
You risked your whole stack to win 175.
All right, I'll give you action, sir.
Even JFK needling. What's up with that guy in the Assassin's Bounty final table that wouldn't cash in like 9 bounties, man? Stop needling! Stop the needle! That was wrong. Spade on the river.
I have never been more baffled by anyone ever than that guy.
I've never seen the chat go crazy like.
Even if you're strategy,
I'm in the
even
chat.
if you're
I'm writing in
second,
I'm writing in paragraphs in the chat like. Brah.
He got it in so bad like 3 times, like 5-handed.
And he was
Wins,
so. It's
and
so
he gets
funny
second.
because
Oh
he's
my
the
God.
short stack in chips, but he had enough bounties to literally cash them all in and like triple the chips in play, making him like a double time
See,
chip leader to the current chip leader.
I just don't understand it too because he said he was literally trying. He said I was trying to finish second.
Yeah.
And then once he got heads up, he like shoved 9 or something like that. Like he's trying to win the heads up. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, if that really was true, you would have paid your bounties out, sat on your 10, 20 million stack.
Yeah.
Literally could have just
Whatever.
said, hey, give me a call when we're heads up so I can come back and inform the guy that I'm gonna be gone. Yeah, it was crazy.
It was so tilting. It was great.
It was tilting. It tilted me.
It was tilting, but
tilted me
it was great because I can't look away. It's like,
Yes.
oh my god, it's this car accident. You're like,
No, it really was.
I'm gonna keep
That's
staring
exactly
at it.
what it was.
I'm gonna keep staring at
That's
it.
exactly what it was. Can't stop staring at the carnage. That was madness. Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice guy talking afterwards. Just it was crazy.
Troy here raises to 70. Harlan makes the call with ace jack. Troy flops a pair and a straight draw. I like that. Basically, when he bets that Harlan's gonna fold, he just throws the button to him. He's like, "That's me folding. You win." Speak to T in the house.
Oh man, I got 5 hours of sleep. So I played 12 hours of tourney on Saturday. 5 hours of sleep Saturday night. 15 hours online yesterday. 1 hour sleep last night.
Guys, we mean it when we say it. Poker is the hardest easy money you'll ever make.
So let me ask you this: is poker a sport? And you guys out there, is poker a sport?
It really depends. I mean, I'm gonna
Because
go.
I'm playing like a trivia game right now, and one of the
Yeah.
questions that continually pops up is, you know, your fight list. You ever play fight list? You guys ever play fight list? It's a game where you play against friends.
Okay.
And you have 40 seconds, and it gives a topic like countries that start with S, or
Oh, so it gives you talking about sports and you're
girls
typing things in.
names
Yeah,
that start
yeah.
with P. And one of the things is
Yeah.
sports where you sit down.
Oh god.
Wow.
Thanks, Taylor.
Sports where you're sitting down, and one of them you can put poker, and it takes it. And obviously, it's counting poker as a sport, and I think
Yeah,
lots of
yeah.
things counts poker as a sport. Do you think poker is a sport?
I really think it depends on how you define a sport. I think that.
I agree with Justin Curious right there. That's
Okay,
my answer.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. So the thing is what defines a sport? Is it that it's physically demanding, mentally demanding? Is it that it's I mean, it really
competition,
it
tournament
depends,
style?
Yeah, it depends how you define it. I mean, there's a winner, there's trophies, there's money, there's champion. I mean, it's got all the elements. I think that a lot of people who would call it, now this obviously goes against what you're saying, but a lot of people who would say, oh no, it's not a sport at all, have probably never even played poker once in their life, right? Because they don't understand what it's like to sit and grind a tournament for 15 hours in one day. That's exhausting. It's mentally friggin' draining. I mean, at the end of that day, you are beat. You're still beat. You're beat right now. You haven't even slept.
It's still not a sport. Definitely not a sport.
Okay.
I wish I could call it a sport. I wish that I believed that it was a sport.
You're right, but I mean,
I wish that I believed it was a sport, but it's not a sport.
And it's funny because when you dress it up like this, right? It's funny because I could never take you seriously if even though I would say that it leans more towards a sport. I could never take you seriously if you came up to me and I didn't know you and you said, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" "I play sports." And then I asked you, "What do you play?"
I'm a professional athlete.
Yeah, professional.
I cannot
athlete.
say I'm a professional.
Then I'm like, "Oh, cool.
No.
What team do you play for? Like, what ball do you play? Is it a baseball? Is it a football? You know what I mean?" So you're right.
Is Monopoly a sport? Is Monopoly? When you play Monopoly, are you saying I'm playing a sport? It's the same. It's the same thing.
Well, what about like professional online, just like video gamers, right? MLG, Major League Gaming.
It's like no, not a sport at all.
Well, they call it esports. Do you need someone to rebrand it?
Yes, that's ridiculous.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
I know. Dude, just because you're not like the top Halo player in the world, all right? just relax yourself, bro.
Now, if they came out with like a poker version where you have to like, you get like extra bonus chips for like doing a treadmill or like a cycling, wild juggling.
Oh my god.
And you get bonus chips. Like maybe that could be some kind of sport.
Then
Maybe.
it's just called the circus.
That's true. That's more accurate.
Rick and Barsta says Loncar probably thinks auto racing isn't a sport either because the driver sits in a car.
No, I think auto racing is a sport. It's not whether you're sitting or not, because like there's sports that you're sitting, like.
Yeah, and Bacon chimes in and says, well, if the Aria can host the Poker Masters Championship and award a jacket, then it's a sport.
Stop it! Just stop it.
No, but look, if chess is sports, why not poker?
Chess is not a sport.
I love it. This is why we started
chess is
this.
sports?
See, there we go, right instantly.
Chess is not a sport. Thank you, Justin Curtis. Chess is not a sport. It's not a sport.
The whole room's gonna
Let's
look
play some tic-tac-toe. Like, that's not a sport. That's a game. There's a difference between a game. Just because it's a game, it's not a sport. There's a difference between games and sports.
I'm a professional Connect 4 player. Bring it.
Chess is not a sport.
You know, it's funny now.
Yeah, a sport doesn't.
I want to look it up online and get what's the actual definition of a sport? How does it, is beer pong?
Is beer pong a sport?
Where do we draw the line, man?
Beer pong, I would say beer pong is a sport. Yes, beer pong is a sport.
I don't even know at this point. Why? Because you throw something?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just checking. Tongue wrestling, walk birdie, dirty birdie. Alright, Jack 8-5, couple hearts here. Pro bet's 25. Idris with plus 7 deuce and monster raises to 75.
I do think too, like with the fact of like poker being such a game of chance.
Yeah.
Like the fact that someone that's never played cards before could possibly beat Phil Ivey.
And now that's a very good
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the fact that someone that doesn't even know the rules of the game could possibly beat Phil Ivey, that's not a sport.
And you could not.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be like saying
you can't have an 80-year-old out of shape guy go on the court and just,
beat Michael Jordan
yeah, that dude,
in his prime.
Right? You can't do it.
That's not a sport then.
In his
Because
prime,
that's a game.
You beat him right now. It doesn't. Yeah.
That's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Game on.
game on. The debate is on.
Chess as a sport debate. Now we got links in the chat.
Yes! Justin Curtis is the man.
Oh, and then dude, chess is recognized now by the Olympics normally. I love it.
Chess is recognized by Olympics?
I don't know. You guys are above my pay grade. Now, this is nasty. Harlan again, totally crushing the 7 deuce.
Oh, there's poker game on here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Harlan calls white here, bottom pair, and then hits 2 pair and totally ruins Idris's deuce, 7 deuce.
Oh my god, you needed him to miss that. Like, I can't believe you missed it. That's a great fucking show.
Okay, so I expect sports to show some sort of physical exertion. Well, what if I do jumping jacks in between hands? Every time I fold, I have to do like a set of 10 push-ups. It's gonna get buff real quick. Play poker.
See, there we go. Yeah, I like that. I got everyone going on this one. This is good.
That's what it's about, guys. Welcome to Stone's Live Poker. We got fun debates.
Scroll up. What did Chess say?
I've always thought sports require ass. I expect sports to show physical exertion of some sort. Well, I'm sorry to say, after your big tournament win last night, you are not a sports player.
I'm not.
You're not. You're not.
I mean, I am a sports player.
Well, you're not a professional athlete.
No.
You're not a professional athlete.
And think about how ridiculous that is if I were to say I'm a professional athlete.
Oh, I know, and I'm just like, oh my god, what do you play? What do you play?
Oh, poker.
I'd be like,
If
I feel like my response would be like, okay.
If you are a person out there that thinks poker is a sport, then I want you to start calling me a professional athlete every time you see me. That's all. That's fair. Is that not fair?
It's totally fair, and I really hope that it's like it sticks. Every time she's like, "Oh, what's up, athlete? What's going on?"
That's a professional athlete right there.
That's a pro. Oh, what's he play? He's playing it right now. All right, so Casey here with bottom 2 bets 55. Troy makes the call with mid pair, and Harlan with top pair. Both Troy and Harlan hate it. They have no sort of redraw really, except for potential running diamonds for Troy. Harlan looks like he might be reaching for a raise, you crafty dog.
That's interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised to see. Oh, no, he's gonna do it. He's just gonna flat. 4 on the turn. Now I wonder if his potential thinking of raising is gonna slow down Casey, and it does slow down Casey here. If I'm Casey, I don't know, I think I barrel off again there. Because there's too many cards that counterfeit if they all check behind, but I think the fact that Harlan was considering a raise maybe on the flop slowed her down a bit.
Freeze up there.
But the turn is a great card for her to not be worried about, really. So Harlan
with
bets
this
175, Casey calls. And Troy, to continue here, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, with this action, I really like not even looking at the pump fake there from Harlan on the flop. I like the check call here on the turn.
Yeah, and right here on the river, easy check call mode too. If he wants to barrel again, great. But either way, showdown, ship it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice hand. Excuse me. Oh, there we got the name. We got the name change. Okay.
Bacon says, Loncar, it's a done deal. I will introduce you to anyone as a professional athlete. This is my buddy. He's a professional athlete. I don't want to brag or anything, but you know, it's kind of a big deal.
That's awesome. I guess that. What's the definition of a sport?
You know what, dude? I'm gonna introduce you like professional athlete. What does he do? He does cup stacking. Have you seen those guys? And stack the cup. Professional athlete. I do cup stacking. No big deal.
Freaking cup stacker.
Dude, it's funny. I mean, I no matter what it is, though, I do respect anybody who finds one thing and says, I'm gonna be the best at this, you know? And so like you laugh at cup stacking, right? But when you do see a video of the entire tower coming down and going back up in like all of like 2.5 seconds, and it looks like it's almost like CG animated, yeah, it's impressive.
It is
not like I'm gonna dedicate my life to it, but it's impressive.
Oh, sweet. We should wait.
Athlete all the way.
Here we go. Bump pot. Bump pot.
Look at this open-ended for 3-5 there, I saw.
And I love seeing the draw heavy board.
Top pair for Casey. What, he said no? Oh, he's
Adam's got middle pair. Let's see what we have here.
I'm sending you.
Oh, cool.
Casey with top pair. Ryan with the bottom open ender. I just with a gutter ball.
Seven would be gnarly if Ryan and Heinrich are both hanging around. What? 7 of hearts.
Oh God, 7.
7. It can be hard too if you're getting greedy.
7 hearts, please.
Well, that is gonna pretty much make Casey start shipping it and taking this pot down right here. And everybody checks to Casey here on the button. Life is good. You're still, and because even though nobody has a flush draw, obviously the boards draw heavy and it's getting more and more coordinated. Yeah, I'd like to see a solidly sized bet here.
I was gonna say I'd really be sizing up closer to probably 500, really.
Yeah, that's exactly 450.
Take it down.
Thank you. Trying to not let you guys use you guys quick on the river there.
Groove says, hey, thanks for the Stones Live t-shirt hookup on Thursday. That's that poker stuff that actually doesn't look awful. Nice work. Nice work.
I think poker players should be insulted when it is called a sport. It's a game of mental prowess.
What'd you call me?
Splash pot?
Oh, and they got the splash from the rack attack, so now there's 200 in there, guys.
No, we don't. Casey and I don't want to.
Once again, guys, you're watching Stones Live here. Brought to you by Stones Gambling Hall, located right outside of Sacramento, California, in Citrus Heights. Justin Kelly, Michael Loncar. Click the subscribe button. 3 times a week now, which is 50% better than 2 times a week. That's right. Been working on those numbers. Yeah.
Nice call.
Here's Harlan making it making it 200. And he's probably just gonna take this $200 down right here. Oh no, Troy's gonna get in there. Here we go. Alright, what's the flop we want to see? Ace Queen of Spades against 10 offsuit. What's the magic flop?
I guarantee it's not going to be magic, but it's going to flop like.
Is there a magic flop with those two hands?
No, but it's going to be like a non-flop flop. It's going to be like 6-9 king. It's going to be weird. That's my guess.
8-10 queen. We'll take an 8-10
Oh,
queen.
8-10 queen. We're fine, but. Oh. Arlen banks the ace.
Easy game.
Yeah, Troy would have a lot going on. A real hand? See, even people are so confused. Like, Harlan flips a real hand?
A real hand?
What?
Michael Loncar looks like a guy who thinks he's good at skateboarding.
Thank you? Question mark? Seat change, Nick C. Going to 3. You know, you say it's a 100 chip on the floor behind C9 and behind the dealer over there. I don't think that's actually.
Bottle cap.
Yeah, it's a bottle cap, right? That's what I saw too. I saw it fall earlier. I'm staring at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guarantee Justin's a better skater than me, 100%.
Oh yeah, dude, I had my Tony Hawk board. Didn't even have a tail on both sides. It actually had like a pointy edge on one side. Like that's how old the board is. Before it was cool to have a tail on each side.
Yeah. That's sick.
Yeah, I still have that.
I want clarification on that because I would like
Chris Allen has a question for you. Did you play a lot of hands in the tourney?
Did I play a lot of hands in the tourney?
I mean, were you like relative snug in the early levels? I mean, kind of what was your hand progression? I mean, did you kind of snug up and then speed up and then yada yada?
Yeah, I played a lot of hands.
Tell us how to be like you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd say I played a lot of hands in the tourney.
I thought you were super. I thought you were super selective, and it worked out really well for you at the final table. But when I tuned in, I mean, I think there was a couple times where it would have been advantageous to take a stab at it, and you really kept yourself out of trouble.
I did.
Like things started exploding. If you would have been in there, then all of a sudden it was like explode, but you'd already folded. It's like, it could have been bad, you know?
Well,
It was like a prime for a button steal or something, and you just got out of the way, and like then everybody just started self-imploding. You're like, nope, I'm good.
That's a tough question. I mean, it's some of my laugh at this, but it's kind of a tough question to answer. I play a lot of hands.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I did. Definitely in the first half of the tournament, I played a lot of hands.
And the blind rounds are a bit smaller, you get away with more stuff.
Yeah, when it's deeper, I like to play a very loose, aggressive game, and then tighten it up a little bit as the blinds go up.
Oh, then I want 4.
As the stacks get shorter. It's pretty incredible when I look back at all my all-ins, though. I mean, really.
Did like almost all of them held, yeah?
I mean, yeah, it's my day. It was just my day. I mean,
man. I mean, you can play poker. You can play poker well all day, every day. But if you just are running so poorly, like there's nothing you can do. You know what I mean?
I had some very crucial all-ins with my tournament life on the line that I won. It's just
good.
Crazy.
That's what I say. Like,
You saw someone.
Yeah,
The Ace Queen of Spades versus the Jack 8. Remember that one?
Yeah, yeah.
That was a big one. Jesus.
I mean, all it really comes down to is, look, the only hand I really want to win is my all-in hand. I don't care what happens on the other ones. Like, yeah, whatever.
And that was another thing too I noticed, like especially in the beginning parts of tournaments, I lost a lot of big, dirty bad beats, but I had everyone covered every time, and then every time I was on the risk of life, I won it no matter what the percentage was.
And that's the important
dream,
part.
obviously.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. It's like when I take those beats, hopefully I'm already chipped up enough
As long as
those beats to where I can survive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Alright. I only made it 30. I added 3 back. Oh, look. He's bluffing like he had 7 deuce, but he did not. 10s are good.
After the stream, we're still playing.
So that's what I like. So like after the stream's over, can we still play this? I don't care. Sure, why not? Why not?
Stay hydrated.
He's the most hydrated poker player right now.
Bring us a big fish.
How big a fish you want? You want a fish or you want a whale?
He's on the line.
You want a fish or a whale?
Not ET.
Yeah. Anybody
Not
but.
that fish. Not that one.
Anybody but.
Yeah. That's a rockfish.
Things are poisonous.
Ace of 25 with king, queen for Idris.
Got that kicker, so. God, they bailed his ass out.
You don't have a job right now, do you?
Straight draw for Troy. I have lots of jobs. Depends
Like
what you
9 to 5.
Depends what you classify as a job.
A 9 to
Poker or
5.
sport?
Like a 9 to 5, I have to be your scheduled job.
No. Do I like answer to anybody right now in my life? No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no. And I like it much better that way.
I really want to bring my stepson over and play with pinball.
Oh, dude.
That'd be awesome.
Anytime.
That'd be so awesome.
Just say the word. You can get all pinballing with it.
That'd be awesome.
Field goals in first half. Yeah. They're going by 3, yeah. I think Georgia scored a touchdown. Field goal. He needed a field goal and a hold and a touchdown. Never would have happened. Unless it was like first play.
Boom, another king for Idris here. The possible flush draw did complete on the turn here. And looks like he's... So it's 215 and quick fold from Troy. Commissioner in the house, Marcus Rogers, what's going on, guys?
No, a lot of people lost that. That's what I'm saying. So, whoever picked Georgia, they lost. Whoever picked, unless you put the spread, a lot of people put in money line.
All right.
I think that guy like winner. No, that's still fighting right now. Guess I'm tired.
Even though they missed the field goal at the end of the game.
You know you're tired when something that's not that funny is just hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, are you in delirious mode? I mean, I could I give you an Uber, I can drop back off at home, dude, you're good to go. I was like, make sure this guy gets inside, man. Make sure this guy. You might need to like open the door for him and stuff. Get him in there. Just make sure he gets back in. Troy goes 70 with Deuce Trey. Nick C comes along. Pocket 4s, along with Idris and 7s. Troy binks a 3 and says that's good enough for betting time. Michelle Francis in the house, what's going on?
Rick and Barstow, what up?
Yeah, what Meady says they're deep for a 5-5. That's what I mean. I mean, the games here get super solid. I mean, I've seen games almost as deep as this in the 1-3 that end up developing, where everybody has at least a few thousand from.
You're going to be the champ leader without ever winning.
All right, Eves Lynn says, question, who is the soft spot on this table?
Cannot answer that out loud.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it really depends on, I mean, the soft spot / loose cannon, because, I mean, those can sometimes be the same.
If you've been watching the stream and don't know, you don't deserve to have that question answered.
If you've been watching the stream and don't know, then you should not probably be playing poker.
That's true. That's another way to put it.
Stack a match equals that money. Jack 10-8 here, a couple of clubs. God, Whip City for everybody. You can see Day and Casey sharing secrets over there. Meaty's like, I'm just wondering though, are they opening so large because of stack depth?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the funny thing is, you know, you see that in inning limit, right? Even those 1-3s that get real deep, average raise is now like $20, whereas normally in a 1-3, like, you know, it's like it's not ever that. All right, Casey with jacks pops it to 50. Idris and Troy both come along. I look at those hands. I'm like, come on, Queen, Jack, 6.
Jack, everyone check. Jack on the turn. Come on. Jack on the turn. Jack on the turn.
Oh my God.
One time.
One time. Okay. Now Queen on the river. Queen or Jack on the river would be kind of funky. Oh, gets it. $310 in the pot. She gonna make us look like kind of a bloaty high at that, or what's she doing here?
I will say one thing though.
300. And that was a pretty quick fold by Troy. Casey's honestly wondering why I didn't call. Like, really, you should have called that.
Maybe you should take it. Maybe you should take the king of that.
By check or you just bet?
I think it's going to be Jack. Like that mid-range one. I would go spades or hearts. Actually, diamonds are great. I just need one big river.
Are you reliving it?
The river.
What's up?
Are you reliving it right now?
No. Student of mine.
Oh, somebody else is in.
Been crushing some tourneys lately. Shot me a little screenshot of the little final table we made tonight.
That's why I recognize that. And I'm just like, I remember that from last night. What's that about?
Yeah, I was chip leader that turn last night. Right off the bat.
Oh, right off the bat.
I got a triple up in the first, like, 2 rounds. Jacks against, I 3-bet jacks and got it all on the flop against 10s and king queen on a jack 10-2 flop.
Cool. Thank you for your monies. All right, so Nick makes an initial raise. Day 3 bets here to the flop.
Hey, Harlan, do you see what I see? I can't see. My eyes are bad. Something out there? But he could actually win money if he turns to his board. Yeah, I mean, incentive to call. King Jack to keep the flop alive.
Not a single person is drinking.
No. Hey, first pot, huh? So excited.
See, there you go, like you were talking about. Yeah, Dave's like, woo, first pot. Yeah, finally.
Let's get started. You see my hand on the stream?
I haven't watched it. Garbage.
I've held people watching me.
I went to Friday night and I tried to force it and I lost. actually tried it. This was being guard dead. That's pretty good.
I had 7 home.
Rick and Barstow, thanks for tuning in, bud. See you soon.
Have a good night, man.
God, dude, Georgia, what a range of emotions. Got it.
Adam with them Kangs. Back over. Troy's gonna come along. Hold on, our action tracker's hammered drunk. We gotta hit the rewind button. All right, Queen Jack 7. I know Adam still has kings. That hasn't changed. And Troy, I believe, has like an ace of deuce. Should be a pretty quick fold by Troy. Yep.
So, one time, we're gonna see in 30 minutes. I really want to see that.
Show one time. We're gonna see in 30 minutes. Show one time.
I laid down really big.
I'd be down for a little Rocket League. See what's up.
I've seen a lot of it.
I would say I'm down for the after party with Loncar, but we might have to rain check that, considering I'm pretty sure he just fall asleep right at the bar.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he was asking if I wanted to play some Rocket League later, but
Oh, yeah.
but I was like, I was gonna say after party with Loncar, but I think he'd just fall asleep right at the bar after one beer, so we'll rain check it though, because I want to be part of that celebration.
Yes.
Can I just help that?
Yeah, this weekend for sure. I'm gonna hit you up.
Just tell me when. Yeah, dude, we'll do a close celebration, like pinball party. Let's just do it. Let's make a day. Kind of looks like Ryan L with jacks.
Get in on that dude so hard.
Tom with fours.
Not a club. I don't think
Clubs for both Troy and Harlan. Oh, that's a little fun hands here. Oh, and kings for Nick C. Guys, buckle up.
Here we go.
We got a few minutes left in the stream, and this is probably
Here we
gonna
go.
be some juice right here.
Fireworks to end the night. Perfect.
All right, here we go. So this is a dream scenario for Nick. He raises to 45. Ryan with jacks 3 bets now to 135. Now let's see what Nick does.
I'm gonna say
Both
makes
guys,
it
both guys are pretty deep stacked.
375.
Just 3 1/4. You were way off. Have you played this game before? All right, quick call by Ryan here. If the board comes 10 high,
King Jack Deuce.
oh, the ace is gonna slow things way down. I want to see a 10 high.
Ah, it's so
flop.
gross.
Yeah.
Come on.
Solid. I like this bet by Nick. Right now, you're gonna show me whether you have the ace or not. Right now, taking it down. I always joke and say I knew you had kings because an ace flopped.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my read. It's clearly you had kings.
Yeah, you weren't gonna hit that one. Like, oh look, 9 o'clock.
Waltbray says, I won the small jackpot a couple months ago. I had Jack-Jack versus Ace-Ace and flopped Jack-Jack-Ace.
Boom.
That'll pretty much dial that one up.
Boom, boom.
Phone call made and received.
You've not hit it one time. No.
See his face?
Is that a code for 69 or no?
Yep.
I'm tired. Apologize.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right, Ryan. His jacks were no good before, but he wakes up with 8s. Maybe the little fare a little better.
Yeah, when neither one of us were looking, you could have. There was like a 15-minute period where neither one of us were looking. Yeah, that could have been maybe. You're gonna hit it this time.
Oh my God! Well, battle of the pairs everywhere, and somehow Day just Day raises to 40. Everybody else comes along pretty cheap. All diamonds on the flop.
That is not the flop that Dave was picturing.
4 peels off. Now, well, yeah, when it's double checked around Iris, I wouldn't be surprised to see him fire in bet here.
I feel pretty confident here.
Yeah, buckle 5 into 170 here.
You'll re-look at it. I had it surrounded. Oh shit. He had your card, he had your hand. That's what I was hoping for to flop it. Oh, so he wins, so you didn't throw it in, take a monster draw. 330.
Wow, and Dave check raises. So strong. He's gonna take this down.
So let's just go show you guys. If you don't really connect with the flop how you thought you should just check raise somebody.
I mean, I just can't continue here. Just gotta let it go.
Yeah, no, it's great because, and that's what we talked about, dude. It's just these all suited boards. Oh, and he shows these all suited boards. They're always super scary if you don't have a backup of that suit. If your kicker doesn't, it's not there, you're just like, even if I'm not good, I'm already drawing dead.
It's a great check raise there. I mean, you figure Idris checking the flop, betting the turn is never super strong ever.
Yeah.
He's never checking a flush right there. And, I like that play. It's a nice play.
Well, the only flush he is checking there is the nut flush. Like, I mean, okay, he checks the nuts, but he's not checking any sort of medium-low flush. I mean, it's too easily beat. Hey, once again, guys, if you haven't done so yet, actually check out, I know somebody was checking on tables and what we got running here tonight. Pull open the Stones Gambling Hall app. It's free in the App Store and the Google Play Store. Super cool. You can see all the tables that are going on. I put your name up on the list. Oh, lots of 8s for Idris here. Get some. And a heart draw for Troy. This could be the fireworks for the last hand.
Here we go. And Adam is the one betting his bottom, or no. Yep,
Adam's the one betting into 2 monsters.
Oh, here we go. This pot could get really big.
Troy's in the middle of this awkward bet re-raise sandwich with like a crappy flush draw.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Because it's flush draw for life. Okay, I'm done.
We'll take it, dude. The booth is not, the stream's not complete without just a little bit of freestyle karaoke.
Little something.
Look, everybody comes along for 210 here.
Oh, here we go.
Now it's nasty.
Troy
now he improves.
And wow, look at.
And now Adam's got a flush draw too.
Wow. This could be a really, really juicy power here. Both players are gonna call. There's gonna be a lot in the middle. There's a lot of dangerous rivers.
Super nasty. Now Idris is pumping. And Adam's hand definitely improved. And it's so sick because if you're Troy, you also have Adam behind you, who is the original bettor on the flop.
And yeah, I stand. Maybe this goes fold. There's a lot of different possibilities we could go down here. Might just go fold.
620 is a pretty healthy sized bet. Idris knows against those 2 players though, like, and that board, there's all sorts of draw heaviness and he just needs to get it. He's not going light on the turn bet here.
Wow, here we go.
Uh-oh.
What do we want? 3,
board pair club? Like a 3 of clubs? No, we can't even have that.
No,
You can't even have a board pair club. Oh, Brick City.
No. What a freaking perfect card for Idris. The deuce of spades.
There's like, it's like the one card that doesn't really complete anything at all. Like, it's perfect.
4, 6 of hearts?
Yeah,
That's
cool.
it. That's
Weird.
it.
You can see new players rolling in behind with chips. At least a couple grand in chips here. Idris spends 1K. And I mean, if you're Adam here, you're only in bluff catching mode. I hope Adam doesn't make a misread and put Idris on like a missed heart draw, because that could get bad real quick. And Adam finds a correct fold. I need to get out of control. We had a lot of outs. Didn't work out. All right, guys. Well, that was cool. I always love a little win the button, especially in cash games. So it's the first time we've done it in the cash game on the stream, I think, right? Coming up this Wednesday, guys, you just saw her here playing at the table. Casey is going to be in the booth with the one and only Veronica for some juicy 5-5 action on Wednesday. So don't miss that. I guess we're going to sign off here. Justin Kelly, Mr. Michael Loncar. I guess you're going to go get some sleep.
Yes.
Nice. Right on. You guys are awesome. We'll see you 48 hours from now. Peace.